Monster. It's that monster. What should we do? Should we run? I don't want to die. Don't panic. This is the tournament of power. If he kills us, it will count as his loss. When the golden great ape appeared in the arena, the most terrified were the contestants from Universe 4 and Universe 9. Most of them had participated in the previous assassination attempts on Lin Chen, witnessing firsthand the terror of the golden great ape. Now, as the golden great ape reappeared, they once again recalled the horror of getting tyrannized by the golden great ape that day. As a result, the attacks from these two universes involuntarily weakened, eliciting furious curses from their god of destruction in the spectator stands. Fools! Don't stop attacking. With so many of you here, what are you afraid of? If you don't deal with Lin Chen now, you won't stand a chance of winning. Act quickly. At this moment, it wasn't just the people from these two universes who were intimidated by the golden great ape. Contestants from Universe 2, 3, and 10, who had planned for close combat, also halted their attacks. Because they had never imagined that their opponent would transform into such a gigantic monster. Beep beep beep. Clap clap clap. Boom boom boom. The three robot warriors from Universe 3 made strange noises. Beside them, a warrior named Pepperoni, dressed as a scientist, furrowed his brow. He understood the words of his three robot companions. They were asking if they should merge. The three robots from Universe 3 possessed the hidden ability to merge, and after they merged, Pepperoni could further merge with them, becoming the most powerful fused warrior in Universe 3. However, this was a secret weapon of Universe 3, and Pepperoni was worried that they wouldn't be able to hold out until the end if they revealed it so early. Similar situations arose among the warriors of Universes 2 and 10. Both universes felt that using their trump cards at the beginning of the competition might be disadvantageous. Ultimately, the anti-Lin Chen alliance, formed by various universes for this tournament, was just a loose organization. Each universe had to consider the battles with other universes after dealing with Lin Chen. As a result, it became impossible for the universes to cooperate wholeheartedly and focus solely on dealing with Lin Chen. Seeing their hesitance, Lin Chen, who had transformed into the golden great ape, sneered inwardly. Lin Chen had only transformed into the first form of the golden great ape. After so much training, he could control this form with ease. The reason he chose this instead of Super Saiyan 4 or Black God form was for this result only. Externally, the intimidation of the golden great ape was tremendous. Just its appearance alone could frighten these people. Other forms wouldn't have had the same effect. However, this effect would only last for a moment. Once these people regained their senses, the attacks would resume. But the brief moment of effect was enough for Lin Chen's next move. The gaze of the golden great ape fell on the contestants of Universe 9, who were hiding in the distance. Its massive lips split open, exhaling a breath of hot air. The next moment, the colossal body moved at a speed beyond everyone's expectations. Huh! Watch out! When the people from Universes 2, 3, and 10 realized that the golden great ape in front of them had disappeared, they immediately exclaimed in shock, on high alert. However, screams followed from behind them. It's Universe 9. Everyone turned their heads, only to see that the golden great ape had already appeared into the midst of Universe 9. Its massive hands swatted away the contestants of Universe 9 as if they were flies. Help! Mommy! Amidst the successive cries, the rabbit warrior and the feline humanoid female warrior from Universe 9 were the first to be slapped out of the arena by the golden great ape. Shortly after they fell into the endless abyss, they suddenly reappeared next to Universe 9's god of destruction. It turns out that falling out of the arena would automatically return them to the spectator stands. The two looked at the nearby god of destruction Sidra, and burst into tears. I'm sorry. Seeing that the first one to get knocked out among the 8 universes were from his universe, Sidra sighed, seeming to have already foreseen his fate. Supreme Kai-Ro was venting all his anger on them, "You good-for-nothing idiots." Just as he was berating them, another fish-like warrior returned to the stands. He was also from Universe 9. Oh no! Seeing that the third one to get eliminated was also from his universe, Ro suddenly exclaimed in shock, finally realizing that Lin Chen intended to eliminate their universe first. Sidra-sama. This is bad. Ro, in a panic, could only seek help from Sidra. But Sidra had already resigned himself to his fate. "Ro, there's nothing we can do. It's because we've repeatedly angered Lin Chen, this is his revenge." In despair, Ro could only look towards Universe 4. Quitella-sama. Before Ro could finish his sentence, the god of destruction Quitella from Universe 4 had already stood up and shouted to his people, "Universe 4. Quickly get away from Universe 9. That Bobby tarred Quitella." Hearing Quitella's words, Ro exploded in anger but was helpless. Regret came too late. At this point, everyone could only fend for themselves in the face of great danger. "Basil, Lavender. Don't give up. Use that move." Seeing the crisis and no help coming from other universes for the time being, Universe 9's people could only choose to save themselves. Bergamo, the strongest among them, shouted, and his two brothers immediately understood. Their big brother was about to use their strongest killing move. Although it was supposed to be their trump card, at this moment, there was no time to think too much about it. "Brother, we're ready." Trio of Danger's signature move. Danger's Triangle. The next moment, the three brothers transformed into three arrows, forming a triangular formation. Then, the three of them simultaneously unleashed three ki blasts of different colors. The red, blue, and yellow ki blasts merged together and fiercely surged towards the golden great ape. Triangle Danger Beam. The combined attack unleashed by the trio immediately erupted with a force greater than the sum of its parts. The dazzling light almost forced everyone in the arena to close their eyes. As expected, the massive golden great ape had no way to dodge this blow and was directly hit head-on. Under this unexpected combined attack, the golden great ape seemed to struggle a bit and was gradually being pushed back. Excellent! The attack worked. Contestants from other universes, hurry up and help. Ro shouted excitedly. "Shall we attack? Let's do it." Seeing that the trio of Danger's attack was effective, coupled with Ro's urging, contestants from other universes also began to lend their assistance. Streams of colorful lights surged towards Lin Chen. This time, the attacks seemed even more terrifying than the previous onslaught. Witnessing this scene, some of the relatively weaker contestants couldn't help but reveal looks of astonishment. With experts from so many universes concentrating their attacks, they didn't believe that Lin Chen could hold on. "Dad, should we step in?" On Universe 7's side, seeing that Lin Chen seemed to be suppressed, Goku and the others hesitated. Upon hearing Gohan's question, Goku scratched his head, unsure of what to choose. "Don't cause trouble, these attacks are useless against His Majesty. Contestants from other universes have already realized it. We don't need to waste our energy. There is still a long time in the competition." Vegeta suddenly spoke up. Hearing this, Goku looked towards the contestants from other universes. Sure enough, he noticed that several universes with many powerful warriors, such as Universe 11 and Universe 6, had not joined Universe 9's desperate struggle. Suddenly, panicked cries rang out. Over at Universe 9's side, the situation had indeed taken a turn. The golden great ape, which seemed to have been overwhelmed by the collective attack of everyone, slowly began to push back against their assault. Then, the golden great ape suddenly unleashed a golden ki blast from its mouth, completely pushing back the trio of Danger's attack. Immediately after, a terrifying explosion erupted from under the trio of Danger's feet, and an immensely powerful storm swept across the entire arena. "Watch out!" The sudden turn of events startled many contestants present, causing them to cease their attacks and focus on defense, facing this sudden storm. Fortunately, although it looked daunting, most of the contestants in the arena were elite warriors from various universes. Most of them managed to directly withstand the storm, and occasionally those who couldn't hold on were able to rely on the help of their companions to persevere. However, at that moment, many heard several strange thumping sounds. What's happening? What is that? Something seems to be up. The sounds came from the center of the earlier explosion. Squinting, everyone saw a gigantic figure wreaking havoc amidst the flashes of light. Occasionally, they could see a few small dots flying away from above their heads. When the explosion finally dissipated, everyone understood what had happened. In the arena, where Universe 9's warriors had been, there was not a single one left. They had all disappeared. Supreme Kai Rho of Universe 9 turned around and was instantly frightened out of his wits. At this moment, his universe's warriors were all lying askew on the spectator seats, each one bearing numerous wounds, barely clinging to life. It turned out that taking advantage of the explosion just now, Lin Chen directly launched a surprise attack on the people of Universe 9. The raging golden great ape proceeded to nearly kill all the remaining warriors of Universe 9, before hurling them out of the arena. Seeing the warriors from his universe, Rose suddenly thought of something. Wait, you guys. 1, 2, 3. 9, 10. All of our people here. Just then, Ro heard the voice of the Grand Priest behind him, Universe 9, Basil, Lavender, Bergamo, Chapel, Oregano, eliminated. All right. The two Zeniths each held a god pad, displaying the picture of all the contestants from each universe. They heard the Grand Priest announce a name, and promptly marked the contestant's picture black on the god pad. Soon, all 10 pictures of Universe 9's contestants turned dark. This meant that Universe 9 had been completely wiped out. Grand Priest, look at Universe 9. Emicham. Grand Priest nodded, then floated up, his resounding voice echoing to everyone, I declare, Universe 9 is eliminated. Thus, Universe 9 will be erased. Grand Priest's words made everyone in the arena stop, even Lin Chen, transformed into a golden great ape, lifted his head at this moment. The various gods in the spectator stands also turned their heads. Everyone's gaze turned towards the two Zeniths. They saw the two Zeniths responding enthusiastically, then simultaneously raising their arms. All right. Let's begin. The next moment, the two Zeniths clenched their fists. In an instant, white light appeared on Universe 9's contestants. In just a moment, their figures disappeared completely from everyone's sight. On Universe 9's spectator seats, only their angel Mojito was left sitting alone, sighing. Disappeared. Universe 9. Yes, Grand Priest replied, the entire Universe 9 has been erased, including all its planets, living beings, and gods. Even, the gods. Hearing Grand Priest's words, the expression of the gods in the arena turned pale with fear, their pupils shrinking involuntarily. Beerus turned to Whis and asked, Whis. Whis glanced at his scepter and replied, they've really all disappeared. There's really nothing left of Universe 9. When the angels of various universes confirmed it, a chill ran through everyone in the arena. They now had a clear understanding of the brutality of this competition. One step backward meant hell, with absolutely no way out. Hey! Just then, Quitella, the god of destruction from Universe 4, suddenly shouted, Universe 4. What the hell are you doing? Quickly get away. Huh. Sensing the change in atmosphere in the arena, all the contestants came to their senses and turned to look at Universe 4, their faces turning pale with shock. Apart from Universe 4, everyone else hurriedly retreated to avoid being involved. It turned out that while everyone was distracted just now, Lin Chen had stealthily made his way to Universe 4, his massive figure appearing beside them like a demon. From his enormous mouth came a demonic voice. People of Universe 4, you can all go down now. When the warriors from Universe 4 turned back, they saw Lin Chen's huge head appearing in front of them. A ki blast swept directly from his mouth. As if blown by a gust of wind, half of Universe 4's people were blown away from the scene. Only 4 contestants stubbornly remained in the arena. Universe 4, Koei, Dokori, Shosa, Mona, eliminated. Grand Priest's icy voice made the people of Universe 4 feel as if they had fallen into an ice cave. Boom! With a loud crash, the right hand of the Golden Great Ape smashed down onto the arena. The massive arm, like a wall, swept directly towards the remaining 4 individuals. I, Nink, the number 1 wrestler of Universe 4, will not let you succeed. At this moment, among the remaining 4, a green-skinned tall man named Nink rushed forward, attempting to reach out and intercept the gorilla's arm. Nink claimed to be the number 1 wrestler, and indeed, he was the strongest fighter in Universe 4. But the moment his hand touched the arm of the Golden Great Ape, Nink was sent flying out without any suspense. Nink? Amidst the exclamations, the remaining 3 individuals were also swept out of the arena by the gorilla's arm. Universe 4, Nink, Xiangca, Majora, Ganos eliminated. The cold voice echoed once again. Then, the 2 Zeniths excitedly picked up their god pad. Wow, it hasn't been long since it started, and the second universe is already about to be clear. Lin Chen is indeed awesome. After the 2 Zeniths clicked on the pictures of the contestants whose names were called, they suddenly exclaimed and looked in confusion at their god pad. The other me, why are there still 2 contestants from Universe 4? Really? Weren't they all eliminated? Hearing the conversation of the Zeniths, in the spectator stands, Beerus also looked strangely at the arena. Weird. Wasn't everyone from Universe 4 knocked down? Where are the survivors? Beerus-sama, perhaps they're using invisibility, speculated Whis. Invisibility? Beerus turned to look at Universe 4's god of destruction, Quitella. Quitella had his arms crossed, wearing a smug expression. Beerus, what are you looking at? Rest assured, there are still 2 people from my universe in the arena. As long as they hold on until the end, based on numbers, the winner will be from Universe 4. Darn it. Hearing Quitella's words, Beerus confirmed that indeed, the remaining 2 contestants from Universe 4 were capable of invisibility. Who would have thought they would choose contestants with this ability to participate? It's clear that they plan to conserve their strength. It was a tactic aimed at surviving until the end. Too damn cunning. While others fought to their last breath, as long as everyone in the arena was defeated by Lin Chen, and as long as Universe 4's 2 people held out until the end, they could win. This tactic, though shameless, seemed to be effective. Because even he, as the god of destruction, couldn't detect the whereabouts of those 2 people. However, Beerus didn't actually know that beneath Quitella's confident exterior, as he sat in the spectator stands, his legs were trembling slightly. At this moment, Quitella kept praying inwardly, Damnum, Gamasalas. Do not act rashly. Universe 4 relies on you. You must hold out until the end. Damnum and Gamasalas were Quitella's last trump cards prepared for the Tournament of Power. Although these 2 contestants didn't possess formidable strength, they had extremely strong concealment abilities. Given the special rules of the Tournament of Power, Quitella specifically warned them before the competition not to engage in combat. Their only task was to endure. Endure until the end of time. Endure until the seas run dry and the rocks crumble. Endure until everyone else is eliminated. As long as they can hold on until the end, Universe 4 can win. Quitella is much more rational than Sidra. After personally fighting Lin Chen, he understands that it's very difficult to defeat Lin Chen with ordinary contestants. The only chance of victory lies in using the rules wisely. However, just as Quitella kept praying inwardly, Lin Chen in the arena suddenly made a strange move. The Golden Great Ape he had transformed into kept sniffing, and as if smelling something, he grinned. Although I can't see you, I'm sorry, but I've already smelled your insect and lizard stench. What? Hearing Lin Chen's words, Quitella was shocked. Because Damam and Gamasalas, one was an insect and the other was a chameleon. Could it be that the smell Lin Chen mentioned was of them? Before Quitella could react, the golden great ape had already swung its fists towards two empty spaces. Following two bang, bang sounds, two more people appeared in the seats next to Quitella. One was the size of an ant, the other's appearance was unclear, only vaguely seeing a lizard-shaped silhouette. And these two people were Damam and Gamasalas. Sorry, Quitella-sama, we've been found. And no. Quitella hugged his head in despair, he stood up, and turned around to find Grand Priest to beg for mercy. However, before he could speak, Grand Priest had already spoken. All members of Universe 4 are eliminated, therefore, they will be erased by Zeno-sama. W8. Quitella opened his mouth, wanting to say more, but was interrupted again. Universe 4. Lin Chen, transformed into a gorilla, suddenly shouted at Quitella. Quitella turned his head, then saw Lin Chen waving at him. Goodbye. You. Lin Chen. You wait for me. Erase. At that moment, the two Zeniths clenched their fists, and the people from Universe 4 were immediately enveloped in white light, disappearing from everyone's sight, never to exist again. Universe 4. Two universes have already disappeared. It's only been how long since it started? Not even 5 minutes. Monster. Lin Chen is indeed a monster. His strength has exceeded expectations. There was a commotion in the spectator stands. The fate of Universe 4 and Universe 9 made them feel uneasy. But who would have thought that a mere mortal could withstand the siege of 8 universes until now and even counterattack and eliminate 2 universes? We can't continue like this. Belmod, the god of destruction of Universe 11, suddenly stood up and said to the other gods of destruction from different universes, everyone, you've seen it. This mortal named Lin Chen's strength is beyond imagination. To defeat him, we must first gather the strength of everyone. But it's not enough to do it like just now because we're all worried about what will happen after dealing with Lin Chen. But now it seems that if we don't deal with Lin Chen, it will be us who are dealt with. Belmod, what exactly do you want to say? Beerus asked. Belmod said, the chaos must end. Next, all universes should unite under the command of one person, fight together. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to defeat Lin Chen, and will only get picked off by him one by one. After all that talk, who do you think should be in charge? Kampa also stood up. It was his idea to drive Lin Chen out of Universe 7, but he didn't expect Lin Chen to eliminate 2 universes by himself. And Kampa also knew why Universe 4 and Universe 9 were eliminated first because they had once attacked Lin Chen. With Lin Chen's attitude of avenging any slight, wouldn't Universe 6, which ruined his good deeds, be the next? Fear of death made Kampa desperately wish for someone to come up with a way to deal with Lin Chen. So when he heard Belmod's words, he was eager to understand Belmod's intentions. The battle just now has proven that without unified command, during chaos, the 6 universes simply cannot deal with Lin Chen. Everyone is thinking about preserving their strength, then who will deal with Lin Chen? Belmod said. Hey, Belmod, don't think I didn't see it. People from your Universe 11 were slacking off just now. Several of them didn't even move. Helles, the god of destruction from Universe 2, dressed as Cleopatra suddenly shouted. Belmod shrugged. I admit, they are all thinking about preserving their own strength. That's also the problem I mentioned just now. So, to make a change, we must act immediately. Belmod, what's your plan? Quickly say it, Kampa shouted anxiously, fearing that Lin Chen might launch an attack at this moment. But what he didn't know was that Lin Chen was also listening to their conversation. After easily dealing with Universe 4 and Universe 9, taking his revenge, Lin Chen was not in a hurry to deal with others. It's simple. Belmod raised a finger. In the current situation, we need to gather our strength, and for that, we need a commander that can unify them. This person doesn't need to be powerful, but they need to understand tactics and be able to fairly distribute the manpower from our 6 universes. Commander? Beerus frowned. Apart from Lin Chen, everyone else in Universe 7 seemed to be battle maniacs or sinister and cunning universe rulers, without suitable candidates for commander. As for the other god of destruction from other universes, they probably had similar thoughts. Seeing this, Kamehame-ha shouted, "Belmod, since you said that, you must have a suitable candidate, right?" "Of course. The candidate I recommend is Khosrol from Universe 11. He is the general of the Universe 11's Pride Troopers and an expert in combat within the team. I believe that under his command, our 6 universes can surely work together." Khosrol, whose name was mentioned, was surprised for a moment but immediately regained his composure and bowed to Belmod. "Thank you for your appreciation, Belmod-sama." Khosrol was a human wearing a red beret. His right eye had undergone mechanical modification, and he exuded the aura of a seasoned soldier from head to toe. His appearance indeed easily gained the trust of others. Seeing this, Kamehame-ha was the first to say, "Good. I agree with Belmod's plan. Listen up, people from Universe 6, from now on, you will obey Khosrol's command." With Kamehame-ha taking the lead, the other universes also successively handed over command to Khosrol. Seeing that everyone else was following suit, Beerus frowned and hesitated. But in the end, he agreed. The fall of one will lead to the fall of all. If they do not defeat Lin Chen, then none of the universe will have a chance of winning the competition. All right. But listen up, people from Universe 7. If you find that people from Universe 11 want to weaken your strength using their command authority, eliminate them immediately. We would rather perish with Universe 11 than be exploited by them. We understand, Beerus-sama. Upon hearing Beerus' order, people from other universes all looked at Khosrol. "Khosrol, what's your plan?" Tokpo asked. Khosrol looked at Lin Chen, who was leisurely observing them from afar, thought for a moment, then turned towards all the god of destruction and said, "Everyone, I need to know the strength of the contestants from each universe." "Vados!" Kamehame-ha shouted. Immediately, a green light emanated from Vados' scepter and flew into Khosrol's head. This green light contained information about the strength of Universe SX's contestants. Following Universe 6, God of Destruction from other universes also instructed their angels to provide information. Of course, some information was withheld, but generally, the ranking of the strength of contestants in each universe was accurate. Khosrol closed his left eye, while his red mechanical right eye continuously flashed with a scarlet glow. The once lively arena fell silent for a moment. Lin Chen was fine, but the 2 Zenists seemed a bit annoyed by this. What are they doing? It seems like they're preparing a battle plan. A bit boring, isn't it? Can they hurry up? The Grand Priest noticed the impatience of the 2 Zenists and immediately reminded Khosrol of Universe 11, "If you don't come up with a plan soon, Zeno-sama might get angry." Just as the Grand Priest finished speaking, Khosrol opened his eyes. "Everyone. The plan is ready. Next, I will divide the remaining 60 of us into 5 groups based on strength. I will arrange your actions according to these 5 groups. So, the first group, Universe 11's Jiren, Tokpo. Universe SX's Kale, Hit. Universe 7's Broly, Goku. The second group, Universe 11's Dispo and Me. Universe 6's Caulifla, Kaba. Universe 7's Vegeta, Frieza. Khosrol divided the 60 contestants into 5 groups, and his plan was to deploy one group at a time. After all, the battlefield was only so big, and having too many people would only make it chaotic. Attacking with 12 people at a time was already sufficient. And because each universe had 2 contestants of equal strength, even if there were any losses, everyone's situation would be the same. In this way, it could indeed prevent each universe from holding back their strength and not contributing much. So seeing this step, the god of destruction from each universe nodded in satisfaction. As Khosrow arranged the groups, many people also understood that the so-called 5 groups seemed to be divided according to the strength of each universe. The strongest ones were in the first group, and so on. Some naturally were unwilling to accept this, but at this moment, Khosrow had already begun to issue formal combat instructions. The third group, prepare to fight immediately, the fourth group ready to support, the remaining groups observe the battlefield. After Khosrow finished speaking, he began to retreat. The 2 warriors from Universe 11's third group then stepped forward, ready to fight Lin Chen. Huh? Are we going up first? Sorry, Uncle Goku, let us deal with Dad. The third group from Universe 7 consisted of Lin Luo and Taro, 2 brothers who were eager to try. Humph. Putting me in the third group. I'll make you regret underestimating me. Beep beep beep. From Universe 6, Frost Demon Frost and the mechanical metal man Magetta stepped forward. Gradually, the 12 warriors from 6 universes all stepped forward. They surrounded Lin Chen, silently waiting for the signal to start the battle again. Warriors of the third group, your task is to wear down Lin Chen's strength as much as possible. Do not worry about losing, as it will be the same for all universes. As long as we can defeat Lin Chen successfully, we can commence battles between the universes under as fair conditions as possible. Now, let the attack begin. Following Khosrow's order, 2 warriors from Universe 11, Kansai and Kokot, took the lead to begin the assault. Kansai, a humanoid alien with blue skin, extended his hands, unleashing countless golden energy beams resembling threads in an instant. These energy beams, like spider webs, completely entangled Lin Chen, who was transformed into golden great ape. Lin Chen tried it but found himself unable to break free from the light beams. He's immobilized. Now's your chance, launch your attacks. Beside him, Kokot, a purple-haired female warrior, immediately hurled ki blasts at Lin Chen. However, it was evident that her attacks alone weren't enough to harm him. But then, witnessing Universe 11's actions, a warrior from Universe 3, Katapesra, stepped forward. I can feel your courage. Katapesra, dressed like a masked superhero, was a policeman of justice protecting Universe 3. He pressed a button on his belt, changing the P on it to B. Battle mode. My strength has now increased by 300 times. I'll lend a hand too. Majikeo, resembling a liquid metal man, shouted. His right hand transformed into a massive fist, charging towards Lin Chen as well. Along with 4 warriors from Universe 2 and Universe 10, a large group surrounded Lin Chen. Taking advantage of his immobility, they relentlessly attacked him with punches and kicks. However, despite their assaults, the massive Lin Chen showed no signs of injury or reaction. Hey, guys from Universe 6 and 7, hurry up and help. Kansai yelled at the 4 bystanders. Upon hearing this, the metalman Magetta from Universe 6 was the first one to move. In terms of size, Magetta ranked first among the third group. As a metalman, his strength far surpassed that of ordinary individuals. With Magetta joining the fray, Lin Chen, who had been unresponsive, finally began to fall back under their combined assault. It's working. The remaining 3 of you, hurry up and come too. Kansai urged. Got it. Taro, no more hesitating. Yeah, though it's embarrassing, we have no choice. With that said, the 2 brothers began their transformations. Lin Luo transformed into Super Saiyan Blue, while Taro transformed into Legendary Super Saiyan 2. Then, without hesitation, the brothers launched their attacks. Lin Luo aimed directly for Lin Chen's head, while Taro targeted his legs with a powerful punch. Attacks came from all directions simultaneously, and because of the fewer number of attackers this time, everyone had the chance to unleash their maximum power. But just then, Lin Chen's eyes flashed with a red glow. This level of attack is still not enough. A loud roar suddenly resounded, followed by a burst of golden aura erupting from the golden great ape. Kansai, who had been restraining Lin Chen, suddenly felt like he couldn't hold on any longer. Break! A light beam shot out from the golden great ape's eyes, cutting through the energy threads entangling its body. Then, with a powerful punch, boom! Two warriors from Universe 10 and Vegeta were unable to evade and were directly blasted out of the arena. Be careful. Although Khosrow kept reminding from the side, Lin Chen, who had broken free from the restraints, swiftly launched a counterattack. His massive size did not diminish his speed. After his colossal body flickered for a moment, two warriors from Universe 2 were also kicked out of the arena, almost powerless to retaliate. However, as Lin Chen prepared to continue his assault, a violent explosion erupted beneath his feet. Upon closer inspection, he saw that Kansai's energy threads had somehow spread across the ground, and when Lin Chen stepped on them, these energy threads exploded like landmines. Seizing this opportunity, Khosrow, who was commanding from the side, shouted, "Frost from Universe 6, join the battle quickly." Frost had been observing the battle since it began and hadn't participated yet. Kampa couldn't tolerate this attitude and began hurling insults from the spectator seats. "Frost, do you want me to destroy you? If you keep slacking off, I'll kill you, believe it or not." Hearing Kampa's words, Frost frowned. "Humph. Fine, I'll fight. But I want you all to know, Frost, should at least be in the second group, not this third group." It turned out Frost had been merely watching because he was dissatisfied with being put in the third group. And there was indeed some reason behind his defiance. Because at this moment, Frost suddenly roared and transformed into the final form of Frost demons. But that wasn't all. Immediately after, he transformed again. This time, his body turned completely golden. Frieza was momentarily stunned, then smirked. "I didn't expect him to learn this too. Golden form. It turns out Frost has mastered it as well." No wonder he felt dissatisfied. Oh. Khosrow, upon seeing Frost's form, couldn't help but be surprised. "Sorry, my judgment of your strength comes from the information provided by the angels of each universe." Humph. Frost couldn't possibly be angry at Vados, so he just glared at Khosrow. Then, looking at Lin Chen, who had not yet emerged from the explosion, he smirked. "Let me show you the true power of the Frost demons." Frost was about to act when suddenly, from the explosion's flames, a ki blast shot out. Frost was hit head-on by the ki blast, and the powerful energy contained within it made his eyes widen. Damn it! Seeing Frost struggling, just then, a purple figure suddenly rushed out, opening a purple sphere that shielded Frost. Seeing that Frost was struggling a bit, at that moment, a purple figure suddenly rushed out, creating a purple sphere in front of Frost. It was unclear what the sphere was made of, but it completely blocked Lin Chen's ki blast. "Well done, Cocotte." Kansai laughed. It turned out the purple figure was Cocotte from Universe 11. "How is that possible? An attack even I couldn't stop." Frost's face turned grim. "That's Cocotte's magic. She can create a separate dimension that can isolate her from the outside world, and no attack can harm her." Kansai explained. "By the way, my energy threads can not only restrain movements but can also create energy minefields. Warriors of the third group, let Cocotte and Kansai handle defense. You can boldly attack without any worry. Don't hold back anymore. The opponent you're facing is a complete monster." "Understood. In that case, I'll go all out too." Katapesra from Universe 3 suddenly pressed the button on his belt again, and his battle suit changed color once more. This time, the yellow battle suit turned purple, and the letter on the belt became U. "Come at me, Lin Chen. This is my ultimate mode. Right now, my speed and strength are both 300 times more than usual." With a strong stomp, Katapesra dashed towards the golden great ape amidst the smoke. At this moment, the Golden Frost had also arrived in front of the Golden Great Ape. Frost demons, after transforming into golden form, are indeed formidable. In close combat, Frost surprisingly could contend with Lin Chen head-on. Boom! Lin Chen fiercely swung a fist, the tip of his fist gleaming with dazzling light. "Don't underestimate me!" Frost roared loudly, dodging the tip of Golden Great Ape's fist, stepping on the Great Ape's arm, and swiftly rushing towards his head. Bang! A flying kick, and the Golden Great Ape Lin Chen staggered backward under Frost's attack. And at that moment, Kamehameha, who was quickly approaching, also leaped into action. "Take this, Kamehameha!" The final kick. Wearing the purple battle suit, Kamehameha kicked the Golden Great Ape in the stomach, completely knocking him down. Rarely having the upper hand, the two of them pressed on relentlessly. Frost extended his hand, a crimson energy sphere appearing at his fingertips. Super Chaos Ball. Frost swung his finger forward, and the crimson energy sphere smashed towards Lin Chen. Meanwhile, Kamehameha also raised his left hand, aiming his fingertips at Lin Chen. Kamehameha, the final mission. Golden energy concentrated at his fingertips, and accompanied by a roaring sound of breaking air, an energy wave containing all of Kamehameha's energy howled towards him. "It seems like it's working. Taro. Understand, big brother." At this moment, Lin Luo and Taro, both transformed into Super Saiyan Blue, also each unleashed an energy wave. The attacks of the four converged into a torrent of energy. The powerful aura raised the temperature drastically in the arena, as if the entire arena was about to melt. Oh! Is Lin Chen going to lose? Will he? Will he? The two Zeniths exclaimed nervously, their eyes staring fixed at the arena. Just as explosions flashed, the mechanical red eyes of Khosrol, who was overseeing the battle, suddenly flickered. His expression changed, immediately shouting, "Be careful, third group. The opponent's energy reaction hasn't weakened, it's getting stronger instead." Huh? What? Amidst Lin Luo and others' astonishment, a red figure suddenly shot out from the flash. The figure was covered in red fur, with black hair and red fur all over its tail. It was none other than Lin Chen transformed into Super Saiyan 4. It's Lin Chen. He's really fine. In the flash, as Lin Chen transformed back from the gorilla form to his human form, a smirk played across his lips as he disappeared instantly. "It's instant transmission. Kamehameha, he's coming your way." Huh? Kamehameha looked around anxiously, but couldn't see Lin Chen. However, he quickly reacted, gathering energy in his arms and turning around to strike behind him. Boom! Boom! The lightning-fast punches missed entirely, and Lin Chen's hand had already landed on Kamehameha's stomach. Boom! An energy explosion sent Kamehameha flying off the arena amidst the flash. Universe 3's Kamehameha, eliminated. Grand Priest's voice resonated across the battlefield. At the same time, the excited voices of the two Zeniths rang out. Wow! Lin Chen is really awesome. Indeed, his humanoid form is even more amazing. As they spoke, the future Zeno pressed a button on the God Pad. The button representing Kamehameha dimmed immediately. Damn it! I won't be eliminated like him. Frost roared, his entire body bursting with golden aura as he began to have a close combat with Lin Chen. But the difference in power was evident. During the half-month preparation period for the Tournament of Power, Frost had focused all his energy on mastering the golden transformation, leaving no time to practice his basic strength. As a result, despite mastering the golden form, Frost's normal state strength was far inferior to Frieza's. Even in his golden form, his power did not reach the level of Super Saiyan Blue like Frieza's, just slightly stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form. Bang! Two fists met in midair. But Frost let out a cry of agony, the bones in his hand broken. It's no use, Frost alone is still not strong enough. Lin, Luo and Taro from Universe 7, why aren't you joining in? Seeing that the third group was about to be wiped out, Khosrow couldn't help but shout at the two brothers from Universe 7. For some reason, at this moment, the two brothers seemed to be frozen in place, looking as if they had given up. Don't shout randomly, we're about to perform fusion next. If you disturb our fusion ritual, then we'll really lose. Fusion. Upon hearing their words, including the warriors from other groups, everyone couldn't help but exclaim. Fusion, what was fusion? Under the astonished gaze of everyone, Lin, Luo and Taro began to perform the fusion dance. One-on-one, the two of them could never be a match for Lin Chen. Realizing this, Lin, Luo and Taro had no choice but to resort to their last weapon. As the two brothers transformed, Frost couldn't hold on any longer. His defense had completely collapsed, his golden body being pummeled like a sandbag. Then, he suddenly reverted back to his original blue and white form. He was already on the verge of passing out. However, just before Frost fell to the ground, Kansai suddenly rushed in, grabbed Frost, and swiftly retreated, leaving behind a web of spider silk in an attempt to hinder Lin Chen's pursuit. But he forgot, Lin Chen was capable of instant transmission. In just a blink of an eye, Lin Chen's figure appeared behind Kansai. Just as Lin Chen raised his fist, preparing to knock them both down, suddenly, a figure kicked him from the side, knocking Lin Chen down. Crack! The sound of shattering echoed in the arena. Dad! I'm your next opponent. A voice that combined the characteristics of Lin, Luo and Taro echoed. And then he saw the fused warrior Linro, appearing once again in the arena. And his appearance, surprisingly similar to Lin Chen's, was dressed in Super Saiyan 4 attire. Last time, Linro's strongest transformation was Super Saiyan 3, but this time, with the increased strength of Lin, Luo and Taro, Linro, who had appeared again, had mastered the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Linro. Lin Chen rose from the ground, wiping the traces of blood from the corner of his mouth. That last blow had some substance to it. He looked at Linro in front of him, nodding in satisfaction. Although the two kids were still a bit inferior to Goku and others when alone. But after fusing, Linro's strength was now among the top in Universe 7. Especially since they have grasped Super Saiyan 4, their power boost was no less than that of Gogeta in GT. What's going on with the people of Universe 7? The third group already has someone with the strength of a god of destruction. Observing the Lin Luo brothers after fusing, the god of destruction from various universes couldn't help but sigh. Although it had to be considered that the current Linro was a warrior born from the fusion of two individuals, the fact that this warrior's strength had reached the level of a god of destruction was truly astonishing. With two warriors from the third group possessing the strength of a god of destruction after fusion, it was fortunate that they had pulled Lin Chen out from their team, otherwise, how could the other universes compete with Universe 7? Bang! 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 Amidst the discussions of the crowd, Lin Chen and Linro also began to fight. It was a battle between two Super Saiyan 4s. There was no clash of laws, no energy waves exchanges. Only fist against fist, legs against legs, muscle against muscle. Although Lin Chen's strength in normal state was much higher than that of his two sons, they had already bridged this gap through fusion. Therefore, for the moment, the two were evenly matched. The sturdy bodies of the Super Saiyan 4s collided like two blocks of iron, sparks flying. Seeing this intense scene, Khosrow's mouth fell open. Originally, he had only intended to use the third group to observe Lin Chen's strength, but he didn't expect someone from it to be able to hold their ground against Lin Chen. Now that the situation had changed, he had to change his approach. Fourth group, join the battle and support them. Also, Universe 7's Bu, please take care of the injuries, heal Frost first. Me? Bu pointed to himself, asking Gohan beside him, is he talking about me? Yes, Mr. Bu, hurry up and heal Frost. Don't forget what Mr. Satan promised you. Do a good job, and there will be pudding waiting for you when you return. Gohan said. Pudding. Air spurted out of Boo's steam holes and he bounced over to Frost's side, using his magical powers to quickly heal him. Meanwhile, the other warriors from the fourth group also rushed forward, using long-range attacks from a distance, trying to support Linro whenever they could. There were quite a few long-range experts in the fourth group, especially a skilled warrior from Universe 2 named Harmira. His arms had organs resembling sniper rifles, allowing him to perform precise long-range sniping. Each of his attacks had the power equivalent to a powerful energy wave. Although it didn't pose a threat to Lin Chen, it also wasn't something he could ignore. Ignoring everything else, taking a direct hit would still cause intense pain. In addition to these long-range support warriors, Gohan and the two Namekians from Universe 6 also directly joined the close-range battle between Lin Chen and Linro. The two Namekians from Universe 6 were not worth mentioning. Although they had absorbed all of Universe SX's Namekians for this tournament of power, their power still only amounted to that of a Super Saiyan 2. It was the aggressively approaching Gohan that caught Lin Chen's attention. Gohan from Lin Chen's world returned to a peaceful life after the android saga and quickly became Nobihan. Not to mention Lin Luo and Taro, even Trunks and Goten's strength has far surpassed his. But during the week Lin Chen was absent, something seemed to have happened to him. The old Gohan was nowhere to be found. Now, appearing before Lin Chen, was a Gohan who, even in his normal state, possessed powers close to that of a Super Saiyan god. Masenko. The sudden attack of Gohan's finishing move forced Lin Chen to divert his attention. Although he managed to block the attack with just one hand, the power behind it forced Lin Chen to continually retreat. A great opportunity. Super explosive bombardment. Seeing this, Linro immediately unleashed his own finishing move. A radiant green energy wave surged from another direction, only to be caught by Lin Chen's left hand. However, Lin Chen could only catch the two energy waves, unable to neutralize the subsequent energy. With a rumble, the ground beneath Lin Chen's feet suddenly shattered, and two beams of light continuously pushed Lin Chen towards the edge of the arena. Well done. That Gohan, how did he become so powerful? Beerus exclaimed in surprise. Supreme Kai Shin beside him chuckled and said, "It's all thanks to Ancestor." Him. Beerus glanced at old Kai. Yes, thanks to Ancestor, Gohan's potential has been unlocked over the past half-month. It's a pity that we originally intended to strengthen Universe 7's power, but in the end, it seems we have to have a decisive battle with Mr. Lin Chen. At this point, Lin Chen was getting close to the edge of the arena. The situation was so dire that many thought they were about to win. Some contestants from the fourth group couldn't wait and increased their power output. Others wanted to get close for a sneak attack. Seeing this scene, Khosrow exclaimed anxiously, "Everyone, come back. Don't act rashly. It isn't that simple." As far as Khosrow knew, Lin Chen's power was even above that of a god of destruction. Therefore, despite the current optimistic situation, he believed that Lin Chen must still have some tricks up his sleeve. Acting rashly would only turn the tables on the current favorable situation. However, Khosrow's warning was a step too late. Just as his voice fell. Suddenly, Lin Chen, who was being forced to the edge of the arena, took a deep breath. It seems he can't handle this situation with Super Saiyan 4. He didn't expect the opponent to be so capable. With so many people left, Lin Chen was forced to use his true power. Well then, let's transform. The next moment, Lin Chen's Super Saiyan 4 was cancelled. Returning to his normal state, he immediately found a way to withstand the joint attacks of Gohan and Linro, swiftly retreating towards the edge of the arena. Just as he was about to reach the edge of the arena, suddenly, the entire arena shook. A huge shock wave spread out from Lin Chen's position to the surrounding audience seats. A black aura enveloped Lin Chen. Black God form. Although this was not Lin Chen's strongest form in the divine realm, it was already enough to deal with the current situation. Because in the divine realm, Lin Chen could invoke not only his own power but also the power of laws. Time skip. Everyone in the arena suddenly found their vision blurring. Following that, ki blasts from Gohan and Linro shot out of the arena. However, Lin Chen, who should have been pushed out along with the ki blasts, was nowhere to be seen. "Where's Lin Chen? You fools! He's behind you!" Under exclamations, Lin Chen had already appeared beside the warriors of the fourth group. Facing their incredulous stares, Lin Chen began his assault. The surrounding people tried to flee, but it was already too late. Time prison. Nearly 8 warriors from the fourth group were frozen in time by Lin Chen, like statues. Then, one after another, they were flicked off the arena with a flick of his fingers. Stop! The 2 Namekian warriors from Universe 6, Saiyan and Pilina, moved to attack Lin Chen from both sides, attempting to stop him. But their arms merely passed through Lin Chen's afterimage. "This is, Hit," who was watching from the sidelines, exclaimed. He realized that Lin Chen was now utilizing tides of time, a technique he had used only once before in the tournament between Universe 6 and 7. Tides of time could store time, create dimension with the stored time, and move freely, leaving only illusions in the real world. The reason others' attacks had failed just now was because Lin Chen's body was already in another dimension. Don't panic. He'll be vulnerable when he attacks. In the end, Saiyan and Pilina were people from his own universe, so Hit still reminded them, not caring if it would expose his own technique. Where will he appear? Pilina and Saiyan stood back to back, their fists clenched, adopting a fighting stance with guarded expressions. At that moment, Lin Chen, concealed within the tides of time, appeared directly between the two. With his absolute strength, he had no need for any sneak attacks. "Watch out!" Pilina shouted, pushing Saiyan to the side, extending his arms to bind Lin Chen. But Lin Chen suddenly thrust his fist directly at Saiyan's chest. Boom! Though there was no direct contact, the force of Lin Chen's punch generated a tremendous shockwave, sending Pilina flying. Pilina! Saiyan tried to catch his comrade, but as soon as he did, he too was sent flying. Fortunately, at that moment, Gohan arrived, grabbing hold of both of them. "Thank you, so much." Narrowly escaping elimination, Saiyan and Pilina expressed their gratitude. "It's nothing. We're all allies now, and in my universe, I'm good friends with the Namekians." While Gohan managed to rescue the 2 Namekians, contestants from other universes weren't as fortunate. The names of the contestants from the fourth group were consecutively announced by the Grand Priest. Zarbuto and Harmira from Universe 2. Baera and Nararama from Universe 3. Zerker and Rilabo from Universe 10 are eliminated. The words of the Grand Priest cast a somber mood over the gods of the other universes. Damn it! We've lost half our universe. So have we. How much power is Lin Chen still hiding? A mere mortal, yet he has comprehended the law of time. However, at that moment, a deafening roar, accompanied by a powerful blast, erupted in the arena. In the center of the blast, Lin Chen's fist was firmly caught by Linro. "Linro, you've grown up," Lin Chen sighed. Just now, he had attempted to use tides of time to attack Linro again, but unexpectedly, Linro seized the opportunity at the only moment he could counterattack. To seize the opportunity in such a small window of time, quick reflexes alone weren't enough. "Hee, Dad, we've been working hard too." Linro grinned at Lin Chen's praise. But a smirk appeared at the corner of Lin Chen's mouth. "Don't get too cocky, I'm just getting started." In the next moment, the fists of the two collided directly. This time, Linro's figure was instantly sent flying backward. How could this be? Linro looked surprised. But Lin Chen wore a scornful expression. It seems you still need to learn a lot. Lin Chen didn't further transform or use Kaioken. That punch just now relied entirely on the law of time. At the moment when the fists of the two clashed, Lin Chen's time-skip technique allowed him to deliver hundreds of punches in an instant. The overlapping force was naturally far beyond what Linro could withstand. In the end, Linro's figure crashed directly onto the arena, hitting a protruding piece of rubble from the earlier battle. The stone cracked, and Linro fell. "Mr. Bu, could you please check on him?" At the same time, Gohan's voice sounded. After instructing Bu, it was his turn to take action. However, Gohan wasn't alone, there was someone else with revenge in mind, moving together with him. Universe 7 Saiyan. "Cover me, I'll lead the attack." Frost's face was pale as he rushed ahead of Gohan. The two Namekians from before also followed closely behind Gohan, refusing to be outdone. The four of them moved in for the kill, launching attacks from all directions on Lin Chen. The figures darted back and forth in the void, their speeds astonishingly fast, turning into four smooth streaks of light that constantly collided and separated from Lin Chen. However, it was clear that out of the four, only Frost and Gohan could barely keep up with Lin Chen's movements, while the two Namekians were already overwhelmed. If it weren't for this being a tournament, they probably wouldn't have survived for more than 3 seconds. Even though Lin Chen was facing 4 opponents, he still handled them with ease, and even had the opportunity to set his sights on those who should have been eliminated long ago. Such as the 4 members of the Pride Troopers from Universe 11. After driving away Piccolo and Saiyan with a feint attack, Lin Chen turned around and launched a Kamehameha at the 4 members of the Pride Troopers. The 4 of them were caught off guard when they realized that even while surrounded, Lin Chen managed to find the time to attack them, leaving them momentarily stunned. Fortunately, among the 4, there was Kokot, nicknamed the Dimensional Illusionist. A dimensional barrier blocked the Kamehameha. But immediately after, Gohan's cry rang out. "Be careful, he's coming." After the Kamehameha, Lin Chen followed through and charged towards the 4 members of the Pride Troopers. "Everyone, we've underestimated him. Counterattack. Use that move. Let him witness the pride of Pride Troopers." At Kansai's suggestion, the 4 of them formed a line. United Justice Stream. In the next moment, the 4 of them simultaneously unleashed an energy wave. These 4 energy waves converged in mid-air, forming a single wave that seemed no less powerful than Lin Chen's previous attack. However, faced with this attack, Lin Chen didn't slow down, it seemed he intended to push through head-on. "Don't underestimate us," Kokot shouted, unleashing even greater power. Rumble. The energy wave turned into a torrent, roaring with a deafening sound, its powerful aura seemingly causing the space itself to collapse. "Oh!" Both Xeno-sama exclaimed as they watched Lin Chen head straight towards the energy waves, curious enough to tiptoe and see what Lin Chen was up to. And Lin Chen didn't disappoint. His reckless charge wasn't reckless at all, but rather had a hidden agenda. Just as the joint attack from the Pride Troopers was about to hit Lin Chen, he suddenly stopped, drawing a circle in front of his chest with his hand. A doorway to another dimension suddenly appeared right in front of Lin Chen. This dimensional door seemed like a black hole, directly swallowing the Pride Troopers' attack. Then it appeared elsewhere in the arena. And that place happened to be where the 2 Namekians from Universe 6 were situated. This time, even Gohan couldn't help them. Under the full-force combined attack from the Pride Troopers, the 2 Namekians were blasted out of the arena. Universe 6, Pilina and Saiyan are eliminated. Belmod. Look at the idiots of your universe. They're one of us. One of us. Seeing 2 more get eliminated from his universe, and by his own people no less, Kampa couldn't sit still, hurling curses at Belmod across the spectator seats. But Belmod looked innocent. Could they really be blamed? It was all because Lin Chen was too cunning, employing the power of space like that. But Kampa soon stopped making fuss. Because at that moment, Lin Chen struck again. After eliminating the two from Universe 6 with the combined attack of the Pride Troopers, Lin Chen made his move once more. And this time, the Pride Troopers' 4 members, who had just exerted their full force in the attack, were already too exhausted to resist. Except for the female magician Cocotte, who shielded herself with Cocotte's Zone, the other 3 were thrown out of the arena by Lin Chen. Universe 11's Kansai, Zoirei, Kettle are eliminated. Oh, Cocotte is eliminated too. Just as the Grand Priest finished his announcement, Cocotte, who seemed to have escaped earlier, suffered the same fate of elimination. During Lin Chen's attack earlier, Cocotte managed to evade by retreating into her separate dimension. But her Cocotte Zone, although formidable, couldn't withstand Lin Chen directly kicking her and her separate dimension out of the arena. Now, among the survivors from the 3rd and 4th group in the arena, only Linro, Gohan, and Bu from Universe 7, and Frost from Universe 6, remained. Mr. Cosrel, let us go too. Seeing this scene, Goku immediately proposed to Cosrel. But Cosrel shook his head in refusal. No, I can only let the other group go once they all lose. Why? Just Linro, Gohan and others won't be able to defeat Brother Lin Chen alone. Mr. Goku. Cosrel's expression turned serious. Don't forget, no one from Universe 7 has been eliminated yet. Although your team is strong here, don't forget how the other universes will perceive it. Goku immediately fell silent. Indeed, Cosrel was appointed to command all the universes precisely so that under his leadership, contestants from all universes could face Lin Chen fairly and united. Now, with the other universes suffering casualties while Universe 7 remained intact, even if Cosrel ordered contestants from other groups to step in, they would hesitate. So now, it's up to Linro and the others to deal with Lin Chen themselves. Even if they might not win, as long as they can wear down Lin Chen's stamina a bit, our battle will be successful. So, Mr. Goku, for now, please watch carefully from the Sidel. This is the best opportunity for you to understand Lin Chen's strength. At this moment, having finally dealt with the small fries, Lin Chen turned his attention to the remaining 4. The best dish is saved for last, and the experts are also left to deal with last. Lin Chen deliberately didn't lay a hand on the Universe 7 team before, precisely because of their strength. Glancing over the remaining 4, Lin Chen locked onto his first target. His body vanished instantly, appearing next to one of them. Oh no! Mr. Bu! Linro and Gohan exclaimed, taking a step forward. Lin Chen's first target was none other than Bu, who possessed the ability to heal. It could be said that Bu's ability was the most miraculous among all universes, capable of restoring the strength of the injured. If he wasn't dealt with, the others could rely on his infinite recovery for a prolonged battle. Wow! It's you again. Bu can't beat you. Seeing Lin Chen appear beside him, Bu was greatly surprised, his chubby flesh trembling. Back when Lin Chen fought against Android 21, Bu was there the whole time, so he knew very well that he was no match for Lin Chen. But when Lin Chen's fist came at him, Bu had no choice but to brace himself and fight back. Continuous energy bullets. Bu squinted his crescent eyes, untiringly wielding his vast and surging energy, the sound of boom reverberating through the sky. But amidst the intense explosions, Lin Chen directly broke through the smoke, his hand reaching out towards Bu. Mr. Bu. Linro and Gohan were able to arrive in time, and were about to intervene, but Lin Chen waved his hand towards them. Time prison. Linro and Gohan's time was suddenly paused. And Bu's time was paused as well. Swoosh! An energy blast flashed by. Bu's time started to flow again. Bu lowered his head, dumbfoundedly looking at his belly. A large hole had been punched in his pink belly, piercing through his entire body. Oh, my belly's been punched through. I knew it. Bu dumbly touched his belly, then straightened up, attempting to restore it. But this time, Bu was surprised to find that the hole in his belly couldn't be restored. Huh? How come? Lin Chen raised his head, smiling faintly. Sorry, Bu, I temporarily sealed your power of creation. Before the competition ends, you won't be able to restore your body. Oh. So, it's over. Bu forced a bitter smile and made a decision. Suddenly, he lunged forward, directly hugging Lin Chen, his eyes narrowing. Sorry, everyone, Bu can only help you this far. Then, Bu detonated himself. The explosion's energy tore Bu apart. If it were the original Bu, he could have easily revived himself with his power of creation. But this time, Bu, whose power of creation was sealed by Lin Chen, could only be shattered into pieces by the explosion, with his body disintegrating into fragments, carried away by the wind out of the arena. Swoosh! The next moment, Bu's fragments appeared beside Beerus. Once out of the arena, Bu's power of creation seemed to have been restored. The shattered pieces of flesh rapidly flew towards the pieces in the spectator seats, and with a pop, Bu's plump body reappeared in the stands. Sorry, I lost. Bu squinted and smiled. Universe 7, Bu is eliminated. The voice of the Grand Priest also sounded at this moment. Gasp. Even though Bu was eliminated, everyone who didn't know about Bu gasped in astonishment. This Bu could even survive self-destruction. Fortunately, he's on our side. Otherwise, as an enemy, it would have really been hard to figure out how to deal with him. However, even such a Bu was easily defeated by Lin Chen. Just how powerful is Lin Chen? The faces of the God of Destructions turned somewhat dark as they looked at the spot where Bu had self-destructed. No one believed that a miracle would happen. Although Bu's explosion was powerful, if it's Lin Chen, he should be able to survive. But they didn't know if Bu's attack, driven by the belief in self-destruction, had harmed him. Finally, as the smoke gradually cleared, a figure became faintly visible. Before everyone could see clearly, a golden figure had already rushed forward. Lin Chen. Prepare to die. Seizing the opportunity, Frost, burning with a golden aura, instantly charged towards Lin Chen, attempting to push him off the arena. But the next moment, all attacks came to a halt. Lin Chen appeared unscathed, with a finger pressed against Frost's attack, rendering him immobile. Frost, your golden form must be newly acquired, right? Forget about defeating me, you aren't even Frieza's match. Go back and train properly. Bang! Lin Chen flicked his finger at Frost, tapping his head, causing Frost's eyes to roll back and faint. Go! Reverting to his normal form, Frost was then thrown off the arena by Lin Chen, and he didn't even wake up by the time he appeared in the spectator seats. Universe 6, Frost has been eliminated. Now, among the combatants who had just fought in the third and fourth group, only Linro and Gohan from Universe 7 remained. Lin Chen glanced around and saw that the others had no intention of joining, realizing their strategy was to wait until Universe 7's fighters were eliminated before sending out new ones. Linro and Gohan seemed to understand that their elimination was imminent, so they decided to make a final effort. Dad, let's finish this quickly. If you're capable, don't resort to the power of law. Let's face each other directly. Yes, Uncle Lin Chen, let's have a fair fight. Lin Chen smirked. These two kids knew they were going to lose and were trying to wear him down. Not using power of law, a direct confrontation, relying solely on physical combat to determine the outcome. With Linro and Gohan's current strength, defeating them without using power of law and only relying purely on hand-to-hand combat would indeed be not easy. Oh well. Fine, consider it a special treat for you two. Come on. As he spoke, Lin Chen clenched his fists and transformed once again. His originally black hair gradually turned silver-gray, and the black aura shifted to silver. At the same time, Lin Chen's power erupted, forming a strong energy barrier around him. The fierce wind howled, stirring up sharp whirlwinds, and the heavy pressure sent ripples towards Linro and Gohan. He has transformed again. I know, this is Super Saiyan Silver Gray. Wow! Silver hair, so cool. The two Zenith's eyes sparkled with excitement. Meanwhile, the gods of other universes were awed by Lin Chen's immense aura. Hey, has this guy's divine realm already surpassed ours? Divine realm's second level, and it's already reached intermediate or even higher, right? At this moment, all the God of Destructions re-evaluated Lin Chen, and some began to understand why Quitella and Sidra, despite joining forces, failed to defeat Lin Chen. This is getting serious, Dad has transformed again. Let's do it. As long as we can drain some of Uncle Lin Chen's energy, Dad and the others will have a chance. Gohan and Linro stood together, their gazes fixed on Lin Chen, facing off against each other. The energies of the three continued to clash, emitting hissing sounds. In the next second, the three figures simultaneously flashed, and the battle officially began. So powerful. Is this the strength-surpassing God of Destruction? Can we really win against someone like him? The contestants of the fifth group watched the battle before them, which was completely beyond their capabilities, and fear gradually began to spread. They felt that in such a battle, they might be reduced to ashes just by getting close to the aftermath of the fight between those three. Compared to the contestants of the fifth group, those of the first and second group had solemn expressions. Everyone watched the battle carefully, trying to find Lin Chen's weakness. But unfortunately, it seemed that Lin Chen had no weaknesses. Jiren, I'll do my best to drain Lin Chen's strength when the time comes. The rest will be up to you. We must defeat him. Tokpo said to Jiren beside him. Jiren's eyes flickered coldly as he replied, leave it to me. The final victor will be us, Universe 11. On Universe 7's side, Goku's gaze also swept over the battle. Brother Lin Chen, you've always been someone I look up to, but this time, I won't lose to you. Whoosh! At this moment, the battle in the distance had entered the climax. Three phantom-like figures were locked in a battle. Facing Lin Chen, who had transformed into Super Saiyan Silver Gray, Linro and Gohan were on the verge of defeat, they had suffered a lot. Especially Gohan, whether in speed or strength, he could no longer keep up with the pace of the battle. In the fight, he became a burden to Linro, getting beaten up by Lin Chen. Linro didn't fare any better, looking entirely like a son being disciplined by the father. Not only his face, but even his butt was swollen. If it weren't for Lin Chen showing mercy, these two would probably have been knocked out countless times. That's enough. Seeing that he had taught them enough of a lesson, Lin Chen stopped holding back. With a bit more force in his hands, he directly blasted Gohan and Linro off the arena one after another. Universe 7, Lin Luo, Taro, Gohan has been eliminated. Sorry, Dad, we weren't able to tire out Uncle Lin Chen. In the spectator seats, Gohan slumped in his seat, saying weakly. It's okay, the outcome of the battle doesn't matter. At least you made Lin Chen transform into his strongest form. Goku said with a smile from the arena. Gohan gave a bitter smile. His strongest form? Was it really like that? He once again turned his gaze back to the arena. Seeing that all the contestants of the third and fourth group had been eliminated, Khosrow finally issued new orders. Second group, fifth group, get ready to fight. Our goal is to consume Lin Chen's strength. Let's strive to bring a glimmer of victory to the first group. Upon hearing Khosrow's words, the people from two groups displayed contrasting expressions. Some wore bitter smiles. Some exhibited fear. And others simply showed disdain. No need for any first group. I, Vegeta, can defeat Lin Chen on my own. He, Lord Lin Chen, please forgive me for raising my fists against you once again. Meanwhile, Frieza seemed eager to make trouble. And there was Lazuli, hands casually tucked in pockets, silently approaching. Hey! What do you three think you're doing? Don't act rashly. This time, I will also be participating. If we want to consume Lin Chen's strength, listen to my commands. Seeing that the three from Universe 7 seemed poised to act, Khosrol quickly intervened. As the second group contestant from Universe 11, Khosrol would also be participating this time. Based on his observations, even with the combined strength of the second and fifth group, it would be difficult to defeat Lin Chen. Therefore, Khosrol's plan was to gradually sap Lin Chen's strength, avoiding close combat similar to what happened with the third group just now. A significant disparity in strength would only lead to swift defeat in close combat. But evidently, Vegeta and the others had no intention of heeding his advice. Get lost. All of you just stand aside and watch. Vegeta, for once, I agree with you. Pushing Khosrol aside, Vegeta approached Lin Chen. Your Majesty Lynx, this is the result of my training. I want everyone to know that aside from you, the strongest in Universe 7 is me, Vegeta. Ha! With a roar, Vegeta instantly transformed into Super Saiyan Blue. But instead of stabilizing, his aura deepened continuously. Eventually, pure blue light radiated from his entire body, and his hair, once a light blue, turned into a more brilliant and translucent shade of deep blue. Dark blue. Lin Chen was momentarily stunned. Vegeta pointed proudly at himself. That's right, Your Majesty. This is my own creation, Super Saiyan Dark Blue. This is a transformation even Kakarot hasn't mastered. Lin Chen couldn't help but be surprised. Though in the original work, Vegeta did indeed comprehend the dark blue form during the Tournament of Power. But it was unexpected that in this world, Vegeta comprehended it before the Tournament of Power, and judging by his appearance, he seemed to have mastered it for quite some time, thus, the form was exceptionally stable. In his dark blue form, Vegeta's divine realm had finally reached a level comparable to a regular god of destruction, attaining advanced first level. Moreover, this form provided a higher power level boost compared to the original Super Saiyan Blue. Upon closer inspection, it seemed that apart from lacking the power of destruction, the current Vegeta was even stronger than God of Destruction Sidra, whom Lin Chen had faced before. What surprised Lin Chen even more wasn't just Vegeta, Frieza's transformation was even more astonishing. After naturally transforming into his golden form, Frieza's aura still didn't stop and continued to expand. Eventually, a white light emerged, followed by an overwhelming energy that surrounded Frieza entirely. Crack! A sound reminiscent of something breaking echoed. The white light sphere exploded, and Frieza stood there, oozing confidence. The golden radiance that once enveloped him had completely transformed into a white hue. This is Lord Lin Chen. This is my new form. Using Saiyans naming convention, I am now Platinum Frieza. Lin Chen took a deep breath, then couldn't help but burst into laughter. Frieza, this guy, is indeed a genius no less than Goku. Initially, he had heard that Frieza envied the various transformations of the Saiyans and wanted to develop a new transformation himself. Unexpectedly, he really figured it out. Although from the outside, the current Platinum Frieza only had a slight change in color compared to before, in terms of energy, Frieza at this moment seemed to be slightly superior to the nearby dark blue Vegeta. This point was even noticed by Vegeta, his eyes filled with incredulity. Frieza, you. Vegeta, do you want to go first or should I go? Let me go first. Saying that, Vegeta didn't care about anything else and charged straight towards Lin Chen. Dark Blue Saiyan undoubtedly possessed the power to rival that of a beginner god of destruction. In the original work, after transforming into the dark blue form, Vegeta held an absolute advantage in his battle against God of Destruction Toppo. Now, although the opponent had changed to Lin Chen, Vegeta's performance in his dark blue form was completely beyond everyone's expectations. Only a dark blue figure and a silver-gray figure were seen entangled with each other, occasionally erupting with waves of energy. Their attack seemed to tear through space, emitting piercing sounds and deafening thuds. Your Majesty, do you see? This is my power. Sooner or later, I will surpass you. Even while facing Lin Chen head-on, Vegeta still had the strength to speak. Lin Chen couldn't help but feel that he needed to teach Vegeta a lesson. Time skip. Easily skipping over time, Lin Chen's fist bypassed Vegeta's defense, directly hitting him and making him grunt as he flew backward. But just as Lin Chen was about to pursue, Frieza, who was observing from the side, also joined the fray. Lord Lin Chen, my apologies. This is Birisama's order. Bang, their fists collided. The three once again tangled into a brawl. And this time, both sides gradually began to reach a stalemate. Because Platinum Frieza could actually see through Lin Chen's time skip. Time skip. When Lin Chen attempted to use time skip to attack Frieza, he found that the latter had already reacted, defending against his attack. Lord Lin Chen, using the same move repeatedly reveals all its secrets. Frieza chuckled. Then, several subsequent attempts at time skip were all countered by him. You actually figured it out. Yes, Lord Lin Chen, don't underestimate me. Frieza seemed to have truly figured out the time skip technique, perfectly dodging or preemptively striking against each of Lin Chen's attacks. After trying several times, Lin Chen gave up on continuing to use the time skip technique. Obviously, Frieza had truly seen through the time skip technique. Sure enough, have you already touched upon the power of laws? It's all thanks to you. Ha ha ha, interesting. Lin Chen suddenly burst into laughter, then his expression turned serious, and he brought both his hands in front of his chest and attacked. Although he was far away from Frieza and Vegeta, each of Lin Chen's attacks traversed space and directly reached in front of Frieza and Vegeta. This was a technique similar to what fused Zamasu used back then. Previously, when Linro and Gohan faced this move, they fell into an extremely sorry state and couldn't deal with it. But this time, both Frieza and Vegeta managed to withstand it easily. Incredible. Universe 7 has reached such a level. The scene unfolding in the arena left all the gods gaping in astonishment. It wasn't just Lin Chen's displayed strength that startled them, but what they saw on Frieza and Vegeta revealed the terrifying depth of Universe 7. This depth was completely disproportionate to Universe 7's current ranking among the 12 universes. What method had Universe 7 used to produce so many formidable fighters? Even Lin Chen was stunned by what he saw. The strength exhibited by Vegeta and Frieza exceeded his expectations. He estimated that at this rate, before confronting Jiren and Goku, his divine power would likely be exhausted. Should I switch to Super Saiyan 4 to conserve divine power? No, while Super Saiyan 4 could handle either Vegeta or Frieza individually, if the two teamed up, Lin Chen would likely not gain an advantage without using Super Kaioken. But Super Kaioken would drain his stamina. This was a regular tournament, not a fight to the death. Lin Chen couldn't rely on Senzu beans to recover stamina. This is troublesome. Lin Chen muttered to himself. Just then, a sound broke the silence. Lin Chen turned his head and saw a massive energy sphere hurtling toward him. The size of the energy sphere was staggering, and the energy it contained wasn't something he could look down on. The overflow of violent energy from the sphere manifested as silver lightning, wreaking havoc in the arena. Spirit bomb. Sensing that this energy sphere could harm him, Lin Chen couldn't help but be surprised. He turned to see Goku standing on the side with wide eyes. Wasn't the energy sphere from him? Then who was it from? Before he could ponder further, the energy sphere was unavoidable. Lin Chen braced himself and intercepted the energy sphere with both hands. As he expected, the power of the energy sphere wasn't something that he could handle casually. Under the force of the energy sphere, Lin Chen's body began to retreat. Meanwhile, seizing the opportunity, Vegeta and Frieza also launched their attacks at full force. Apologies, Your Majesty, Final Flash. Planet destroying ball. Their attacks almost simultaneously struck, and due to the energy sphere, Lin Chen was unable to deal with them. Thus, under the onslaught of 3 attacks, a world-shaking explosion occurred. Like Doomsday itself, a terrifying mushroom cloud rose from the arena, and a fierce whirlwind swept through the venue. The power was so great that most of the people in the arena instinctively shielded their faces with their hands and stood with wide stances to avoid being blown away. Only Jiren, Goku, and Broly could stand firm amidst the whirlwind. The power of the explosion seemed to be too excessive. Despite the arena being specially reinforced by Grand Priest's divine power for the Tournament of Power, under the explosion, the bricks of the arena began to disintegrate. Nearly half of the arena directly vanished in the explosion. At this moment, the energy of the explosion continued to expand in all directions, seemingly poised to destroy the entire arena. Wow! Is Lin Chen okay? Lin Chen didn't lose, did he? The 2 Zeniths stood up in astonishment, their eyes gleaming excitedly in the flickering light of the explosion. Ah, I didn't expect to be so powerful. Grand Priest exclaimed in surprise before intervening so that the competition could continue. A divine scepter fell into his hand, the green crystal on it lit up, and a divine power descended upon the arena. Under this divine power, all energy was confined to a fixed area, no longer spreading outwards. The competition continues. After a moment, Grand Priest calmly declared. Hearing his words, others looked on with curiosity. Continue the competition. Did that mean Lin Chen wasn't dead yet? After such an explosion? Everyone turned their gaze towards the center of the explosion. After a while, as the radiance of the explosion gradually dissipated, a figure indeed appeared before everyone. It was Lin Chen, panting heavily. To everyone's surprise, although Lin Chen was indeed fine, at least this time, there were wounds on his body. He was finally injured. Oh my! Khosrow exclaimed, then turned to look at someone. Why is your information that Universe 7's angel gave me so different? Not only Khosrow, but Lin Chen's gaze also fell on that person at this moment. Lazuli? What astonished him and Khosrow was that the attack just now was actually launched by Lazuli. But Lazuli was a contestant from the 5th group. The 5th group's contestant released a stronger attack than Vegeta and Frieza. No wonder Khosrow couldn't understand. Not just him, Lin Chen and Beerus couldn't understand it either. Whis! What's the deal with this Lazuli? Beerus demanded. Ho ho ho! I didn't expect this either. It turns out that when the 2 Miss Lazulis merged, they became so powerful, Whis chuckled in embarrassment. 2 Lazuli. Upon hearing this, Beerus immediately looked at Lazuli and discovered the clue. Huh? What's that? Whis? Where did Lazuli get those things? I made it especially for her. Whis said with a smile. Patera earrings? Lin Chen exclaimed in surprise. His gaze fell on Lazuli's ears, and only then did he notice that Lazuli was wearing a pair of Patera earrings used by Supreme Kai. Patera earrings were a symbol of the Supreme Kai's identity and also had a magical function, which was that it can allow 2 people to fuse. What puzzled Lin Chen was that although the Lazuli in front of him had Patera earrings on both ears, but the one in front of him was indeed Lazuli, right? Wait a minute. Lin Chen suddenly thought of a possibility. Are you a fusion of Lazuli and Android 18? Lazuli, or rather, Super Lazuli, brushed back her hair and shook her head. Lin Chen, what exactly is Lazuli in your mind? You didn't notice her wearing Patera earrings for so long. Do you know how angry she is? That's right, I am the fusion of Android 18 and Lazuli. I'm Super Android 18, also known as Super Lazuli. In the next moment, Super Lazuli disappeared from her position. Her slender fingers clenched into a fist, launching a fierce attack at Lin Chen. The wind howled, tearing through the air, and finally, Super Lazuli's fist stopped in front of Lin Chen. Although the fist stopped, the rushing force of the punch still pressed against Lin Chen's face, causing him to grimace in pain. "How is it, Lin Chen? This is my current strength," Super Lazuli said provocatively. At that moment, Lin Chen also retracted his disdain. "I never thought Lazuli would merge with 18. You two originally looked alike, so naturally, there's no change after fusion. But Lazuli, why did you go this far? It's all because of you," Super Lazuli said resentfully. "Lin Chen, do you know how Lazuli has been living these years? You should know her feelings, yet why haven't you taken that step? Just because of this?" Lin Chen was speechless. Since Lazuli followed Lin Chen to his world years ago, their relationship has been quite delicate. On Lazuli's side, although her actions have made her feelings very clear, she had never clarified her relationship with Lin Chen in words. Meanwhile, Lin Chen himself has always gone with the flow. Although in front of others, he has treated Lazuli as family, but between them, they never crossed the final line. Coupled with Lin Chen being busy with training or missions over the years, his relationship with Lazuli hasn't progressed much. Who would have thought all this would turn into Lazuli's resentment? Hearing Lin Chen's words, Super Lazuli's face immediately showed anger. "Lin Chen. It's because of this attitude of yours that Lazuli has been troubled so much. If you have something to say, why not say it directly?" Saying that, Super Lazuli stomped her foot and once again swung her fist at Lin Chen. This time, Lazuli didn't hold back and directly aimed at Lin Chen's vital points. Boom! 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 Sensing Super Lazuli's murderous intent, Lin Chen also moved to block this time. The two of them, one attacking and one defending, quickly engaged in a brawl. In the Dragon Ball GT world, there was once a Super 17 created by the fusion of two Android 17. Now, Lazuli's fusion with 18 using Potera earrings was very similar to that. In terms of power level, Super Lazuli's strength is already comparable to Super Saiyan Blue, and with her infinite energy, she is truly a formidable opponent. Moreover, out of guilt towards Lazuli, Lin Chen only defended himself when facing Super Lazuli, while also keeping an eye on Vegeta and Frieza's movements. Although those two hadn't acted yet, their gaze remained fixed on Lin Chen. Perhaps if Lin Chen showed any openings, they would seize the opportunity to attack. This kind of battle was truly challenging for Lin Chen. After some thought, Lin Chen's gaze fell on the people around him who were watching the battle. At this moment, most of the contestants from the second and fifth group who were participating in the battle were gathered around the battlefield as spectators. Among them, there were many individuals whom Lin Chen considered merely filling the numbers as contestants, with strength hardly worth mentioning. Consider yourself unlucky. I may not be able to eliminate Lazuli, but can't I handle you all? Suddenly, Lin Chen spread his hands and shouted, "Solar Flare." A blinding light burst forth. Because they had been focused on observing Lin Chen's battle, many people among the spectators were caught off guard and temporarily lost their sight. Gasps resounded continuously. Even Super Lazuli was shocked and shouted, "Not good." Seizing the opportunity, Lin Chen turned into a silver-gray shadow and charged into the crowd. As if venting his frustration, several key blasts were sent directly at these small fries. Immediately, before those people even regained their sight, they each let out a scream. Universe 10, Dirasem and Murism has been eliminated. Universe 11, Tupper and Vuan has been eliminated. Universe 7, Piccolo has been eliminated. Universe 6, Batamo and Dr. Rhoda has been eliminated. Universe 2, Baikel and Prum has been eliminated. In just a short span of 10 seconds, the Grand Priest consecutively announced the elimination of 9 contestants. And these 9 contestants were all from the 5th group. He's eliminating the weaker ones. Finally regaining his sight, Khosrow exclaimed, then said to the remaining people, "Warriors of the 2nd group, gather." Too late. Lin Chen suddenly appeared in front of Khosrow. It seemed that his next target was this general from Universe 11. But just before Lin Chen could attack him, a purple whirlwind rushed towards him from the side. Khosrow, hold on to me tightly. Dispo from Universe 11 quickly grabbed Khosrow, pulling him away from Lin Chen. Dispo was the fastest warrior in Universe 11. By the time Lin Chen noticed that Dispo had rescued Khosrow, they had already appeared by Jiren and the other side. Seeing this, Lin Chen had no choice but to abandon his attack. And just as he was about to change targets, Super Lazuli, having regained her vision, attacked again. Lin Chen, your opponent is me. And us. Vegeta and Frieza also joined the fray. This time, they didn't let Lazuli fight alone. Instead, the three of them engaged Lin Chen together. Thud. 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 The figures moved back and forth in the arena, their speed extremely fast, constantly colliding and separating. In the arena, rough stones would occasionally fly out due to the fighting. A violent energy storm swept out from the four, stirring up a fierce tempest. The expression of those nearby with slightly weaker strength changed and they quickly moved away from the combat zone. Caulifla, let's retreat too. Universe SXS Kaba pulled Caulifla. But Caulifla didn't move. Instead, she clenched her fists and said, Kaba, I can't take it. We've worked so hard, yet there is still such a vast disparity between us and them. Kaba, I refuse to accept this. I want to fight too, not just stand here and watch. No. Caulifla, now is not the time for us to act. Let's wait a while. Kaba held Caulifla firmly, trying to persuade her while dragging her some distance from Lin Chen and others. Meanwhile, on Universe 3's side, the robot Bororita and Pansia emitted incomprehensible beeping sounds, then turned to their teammates from the first group, the robot Koitsukai and Dr. Pepperoni. Dr. Pepperoni took a deep breath and nodded. I understand, Bororita, Pansia, prepare yourselves. Once their battle yields a result, it will be our time to fuse. On Universe 10's side, the contestant Murakim, resembling a monk, said to his companion Rubalt, Hey. Don't you think they're getting closer to us? Let's retreat. Don't get caught up in the aftermath of their battle. Terrifying, how can these people be so powerful? Are they still mortals? Murakim and Rubalt were about to turn and flee when suddenly, the battle in the distance jumped right next to them. Boom! Several violent collisions produced a storm that swept over them. In just an instant, Murakim and Rubalt, the two Universe 10 second group's contestants, were sent flying. Universe 10, Murakim, Rubalt has been eliminated, L. Upon hearing the Grand Priest's words, Universe 10's god of destruction Rumshi, was in a panic. Now, there were only two contestants left from his universe in the arena. And he knew his own people, it was clear to him that the remaining two, not to mention Lin Chen, couldn't even defeat Vegeta and others, who were currently fighting Lin Chen. Universe 10 was done for. Similarly, Universe 2 was also in a dangerous situation. Just as the two from Universe 10 were eliminated, the group of four, engaged in battle, shifted their battlefield towards the two girls from Universe 2. Interestingly, the two contestants from Universe 2 looked like ordinary city girls. As they saw the intense battle approaching them, they began to scream. Seeing this, Universe 2 contestant from the first group, Brienne de Chateau, suddenly shouted, Su Roas. Sankaku. Don't be afraid. Transform. Let's transform together. Okay, big sis. Saying that, the two of them suddenly began a transformation similar to Sailor Moon. Under the fantasy-like effect, the three girls transformed into completely different forms. Their transformations were so peculiar that everyone's attention momentarily shifted to the three of them. The only female god of destruction Helles stood up and excitedly exclaimed, Look! These are the warriors of love from Universe 2. Rosie. Kakunsa. Ribrian. The three transformed female warriors were about to strike a special pose when suddenly a voice rang out from Lin Chen's side. Where did these monsters come from? Get lost. It turned out their transformation also caught the attention of Lin Chen and the others. However, upon seeing their transformed appearance, Lin Chen shouted and released a ki blast towards them. But for some unknown reason, Vegeta, Frieza, and Super Lazuli all stopped at this moment, impatiently staring at Lin Chen as he finished his attack. Boom! Rosie and Kakunsa, who had just completed their transformation, were blasted out of the arena. As they flew in midair, they cried out, "We haven't even struck our pose yet." Confirming that those two grotesque female warriors had been eliminated, the four of them once again began fighting almost simultaneously. Universe 2, Rosie and Kakunsa has been eliminated. UB*****. Beerus. Are the people from your Universe 7 colluding to put on a show? Seeing her two warriors get eliminated, Helles couldn't help but stand up and shout curses towards Beerus' direction. Beerus couldn't retort to Helles' curses. After all, he was also feeling guilty. Just now, Vegeta and the others seemed to be coordinating with Lin Chen as if they were acting together. It was no wonder Helles reacted like that. While Helles was angrily shouting, in the arena, the remaining female warrior, Reborn, seemed to have suffered a massive show, frozen in place like a statue. To be honest, Reborn, who resembled a ball, was actually the one Lin Chen wanted to take down the most. However, being the first group of Universe 2, she was positioned further back, thus narrowly escaping the disaster. But the elimination of her two comrades dealt a huge blow to Reborn. Reborn-sama, are you okay? Jimizu, the Yardratian from Universe 2, asked with concern. Although Reborn looked extremely hideous to Lin Chen and the others, in Universe 2, she was considered a goddess. The words had barely fallen when Jimizu suddenly noticed that Reborn's shoulders seemed to be trembling. He quickly ran up to her, intending to console her, only to find that Reborn wasn't sad but furious to the extreme. Damn you, Lin Chen! How dare you ignore our ultimate beauty? This is an insult to beauty. I won't let you get away with this. Reborn stepped forward, and her aura began to gradually burn. Seeing this, Jimizu exclaimed, Reborn-sama. What are you planning to do? It's not the first group's turn to fight yet. I don't care. Only the two of us are left from Universe 2, and I absolutely cannot continue to watch this happen. Jimizu, take care of yourself. Reborn raised her power to the limit and then transformed into a sphere, charging straight at Lin Chen. Behold, a maiden's charge. Lin Chen had just kicked Frieza to the side when he caught sight of Reborn charging towards him like a meatball. Seeing the round face spinning on her ball-like body, Lin Chen felt goosebumps all over his body, a chill running down his spine, and he involuntarily increased his power to the maximum. He punched back Vegeta, who was about to strike him, then roared, Kamehameha. Surging energy surged out from between his palms. A torrent of blue energy rushed out, directly colliding with Reborn. Bang! Endless smoke filled the air as Reborn flew out of the arena. Ah! Reborn! On the audience seats of Universe 2, the eliminated contestants all gasped in unison, watching Reborn gradually descending. But at that moment, a figure suddenly appeared beside Reborn, catching her. Jimizu! Reborn exclaimed in surprise. The person who caught her was indeed Jimizu, who had used instant transmission to rush over. Jimizu smiled slightly at Reborn. Reborn, it's up to you from now on. Go. With that, Jimizu pushed Reborn back into the arena with force. But as a result, he fell into the dark abyss outside the arena instead of Reborn and then reappeared in the spectator seats. Universe 2, Jimizu has been eliminated. Jimizu. Back in the arena, Reborn pounded the arena with a fist, tears in her eyes. I'm sorry, it's all because of my recklessness that you. Jimizu, don't worry. I will let those without love know about the love of Universe 2. Reborn stood up and shouted to the contestants in Universe 2 stands, everyone. Lend me your love. Reborn, take this. The contestants from Universe 2 had all pulled out cheer sticks at some point, waving them. Go, Reborn. Go, Reborn. Go, Reborn. A pink aura instantly enveloped Reborn. Huh. Isn't that move like the spirit bomb? Goku exclaimed in surprise. Khosrow looked panicked. Reborn of Universe 2. What are you doing? Stop it now. It's not time for the first group to take the field yet. Reborn is Universe 2's warrior from the first group. According to Khosrow's plan, the warriors of the first group should deliver a lethal blow with their strongest power after other groups have greatly exhausted Lin Chen's strength. But now, Reborn from Universe 2 has violated his orders and launched an attack on her own. Although he didn't mind if the people of Universe 2 wanted to get eliminated, she is setting a bad example which could potentially trigger a chain reaction. This is Khosrow's greatest concern. But no matter how worried he is, the worst-case scenario still happened. Watch closely, those who don't understand love, this is love. Suddenly, a massive heart appeared in the arena. Then, golden light flashed in the arena, and a huge Reborn appeared before everyone, a pair of butterfly-like wings growing out on her back. Wow! Both Zenith's mouth opened wide. Others' eyes also widened, never expecting such a move from Universe 2. So beautiful. Helles, the god of destruction of Universe 2, exclaimed, there is actually such a beautiful woman in this world. As long as there is love in this world, I can fight. I fight for love, and love will save the universe. Evil, disappear. Fist of love. Reborn, resembling a giant, launched her attack towards Lin Chen. That body, even larger than the golden great ape, immediately brought great trouble to Lin Chen. And trouble didn't end there. On the side, Caulifla, who has been watching all along, couldn't hold back any longer. Kaba, now is our chance to defeat Lin Chen. Let's go together. But, Caulifla, wait. Seeing Caulifla transform into Super Saiyan Blue and charge towards Lin Chen, Kaba had no choice but to follow closely behind. Now, in the arena, apart from the two robots from Universe 3, Khosrow and Dispo from Universe 11, everyone from the first group rushed over. Enough. Just as Reborn's fist was about to hit Lin Chen, a red light suddenly appeared. Lin Chen's whole body was engulfed in an aura like fire. He caught Reborn's fist and then punched. The enormous Reborn immediately began to fall backward. And at this moment, as the attack from others came rushing in, they were surprised to find that Lin Chen's movements were suddenly much faster than before. Bang! 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 Under the invisible attacks, Caulifla and others were all sent flying. Lin Chen, take this, pretty cannon. Reborn, who was about to fall, stabilized herself in mid-air, opened her mouth, and unleashed a purple energy beam like thunder. But Lin Chen didn't dodge, instead, he flew directly towards Reborn. Lin Chen. Super Lazuli roared angrily from the ground, jumped up, and began to form energy spheres in her hands, preparing to attack. But at this moment, Lin Chen suddenly shouted. What love? Just disappear, I have no interest in fatso like you. Kamehameha. The blue light pushed Reborn's attack back and then pierced through her body. I lost. Reborn screamed, her massive body disappearing, then she fell off the arena. When Lin Chen landed back on the ground, he saw Super Lazuli standing behind him, still holding a powerful energy sphere in her hand. However, for some reason, she suddenly crushed the energy sphere. Super Lazuli bit her lips and suddenly asked, Lin Chen, you just said you don't like the fat type, then what type of woman do you like? Lin Chen simply smiled and reached out to pinch her face. It's someone like you. Super Lazuli was instantly stunned, a blush quickly spreading across her face. At this moment, in the spectator stands, Grand Priest suddenly shouted, attracting everyone's attention. Universe 2, Reborn has been eliminated. All members of Universe 2 have been eliminated, so they are going to be erased. Erase. With Grand Priest's words, the two Zenas happily jumped up, and white light began to shine from their small hands. In the next moment, all the people from Universe 2 completely disappeared. Another one has been erased. The fools from Universe 2, they were told not to act rashly. They could have survived a bit longer. Khosrow lowered his head with regret. Reborn's strength could have been useful in the final stage, but they acted rashly, going against his orders. They only have themselves to blame. At this moment, Khosrow suddenly noticed something. Lazuli from Universe 7 was walking towards the edge of the arena. From the looks of it, it's as if she intends to jump off the arena. Hey! Miss Lazuli, what are you doing? Khosrow shouted. Lazuli walked all the way to the edge of the stage, turned around, and smiled, saying, I'm sorry, I'm not going to compete in this competition. What? Under everyone's gaze, Lazuli jumped off the arena and returned to the spectator seats. Universe 7, Lazuli has been eliminated. Hey! Lazuli, what's going on? Seeing this scene, Beerus immediately turned around to question. But Lazuli didn't say anything, instead she reached out and took off the Potera earrings. In an instant, Lazuli became two people, one Lazuli and one Android 18. Lazuli handed the earrings back to Whis, then said to Beerus, I'm sorry, Beerus-sama, I don't want to fight Lin Chen. You idiot. Beerus couldn't help but stand up, seeming to want to destroy Lazuli. But at this moment, 18 spoke up. Beerus-sama, if you dared to kill Miss Lazuli, Mr. Lin Chen won't let you off. Beerus looked down at the arena. Sure enough, he saw Lin Chen looking at him with an indescribable look in his eyes. Cough, cough. Beerus coughed and sat back in his seat. Never mind, you're just here to make up the number anyway. With the elimination of Universe 2, it seems that the battle in the arena is finally reaching the final stage. Without Lazuli's help, Vegeta and Frieza were no longer a match for Lin Chen, who was now using Super Kaioken. Boom! The sky was filled with the sound of ki blasts as Vegeta and Frieza, who were both starting to run out of energy, unleashed their last remaining strength against Lin Chen. But even after the attacks, Lin Chen remained unscathed in the center of the explosion. Truly worthy of His Majesty. He's a monster, how could we possibly defeat this monster? Vegeta and Frieza both said dispiritedly. Compared to Lin Chen, they really have too few cards to play. Just when they almost reached Lin Chen's level of strength, he used Super Kaioken to again widen the gap between them. That's enough, the two of you have pushed me to the point of using Kaioken. It's enough. Now, leave the arena. Lin Chen said indifferently. The next moment, two enormous forces pierced through Frieza and Vegeta's bodies, resembling a gunpowder explosion, blasting them both out and sending them plummeting outside the arena. Universe 7, Frieza and Vegeta have been eliminated. With Frieza and Vegeta eliminated, the arena fell into a deafening silence. Only the sound of Lin Chen gasping for breath echoed. Finally reached the final stage, huh? Lin Chen surveyed the arena. At this moment, among the contestants of the second group, only two robots from Universe 3, Kaba and Caulifla from Universe 6, and Dispo and Khosrow from Universe 11 remained in the arena. In the first group, two contestants from Universe 2 had just been eliminated. With this, only the final 16 enemies remained in the arena. From the initial 80 to now 16, even someone as strong as Lin Chen had already expended a considerable amount of stamina. The tournament of power wasn't a fight to the death, and the prohibition against using lethal moves put Lin Chen at a disadvantage. Because of this restriction, many of Lin Chen's lethal techniques couldn't be used. When he attacked, he had to consider the consequences and carefully control his strength, which further drained his stamina. Just hold on a bit longer. Sensing the leftover power within him, Lin Chen silently clenched his fists. Meanwhile, on Universe 11's side, Khosrow withdrew his gaze from all the people in the arena. His right hand pressed a mechanism on his artificial eye, and with his mind, Khosrow called out, "Margarita-sama." At the same time, in the spectator stands, Universe 11's angel Margarita's scepter lit up. She calmly brought the scepter to her mouth. "Khosrow, what is it?" "Margarita-sama, can you discern how much power that Lin Chen still has?" Margarita glanced at the scepter and whispered a number. "Thank you, Margarita-sama." Khosrow lowered his hand, stepped forward, and shouted to the remaining contestants, "Everyone. You've seen it too. Lin Chen's stamina is running low, but the strength of each universe is also dwindling. So, it's time to unleash all of your strength. To those of Universe 3, I know you still have a fusion technique, right? Please, use it without hesitation. And Universe SXS Miss Caulifla, you and Miss Kale should also fuse, right? Now is not the time to continue fighting according to groups. From now on, it's an all-out assault. If we don't defeat Lin Chen now, none of our universes will have another chance." Just as Khosrow finished speaking, as if to echo his words, the two contestants from Universe 11's first group, Tokpo and Jiren, began to stride towards Lin Chen. As Tokpo walked, he tore his clothes apart. "Lin Chen, I will have my revenge." Power of destruction instantly erupted out from Tokpo's body, and then his skin completely turned purple-black, surrounded by swirling purple aura. A red symbol even appeared on his chest. This was Tokpo's destroyer form. It was also his full-powered state. Seeing Tokpo's transformation, contestants from other universes confirmed that Universe 11 was indeed serious. They were truly going to launch the final assault on Lin Chen. Since that's the case, Goku cracked his neck and said to Broly beside him, "Broly, let's go too." On Universe 10's side, contestants named Obni and Napapa also began to approach Lin Chen. On Universe SXS side, Hit took both hands out from his purple coat and began to walk towards Lin Chen. However, as they walked, he also said to Kale behind him, "Miss Kale, please call out Kefla. We need her power now." I understand." Kale immediately walked towards Caulifla. Then, on Universe 3's side, the contestant named Pepperoni furrowed his brow, holding his magic cane as he glanced towards his three robot companions nearby. "Koitsukai, Bororita, Pansia, it's time to unleash our ultimate secret weapon. Even if it costs us our lives, we must secure victory at the end. Let's do it." The ultimate technique of Universe 3. Fusion. With a firm swing of his magic cane, the other three robots leaped up, each transforming mid-air, before merging together to form a colossal robot. Immediately after, Dr. Pepperoni himself jumped in front of the robot, and both of them burst into an astonishing purple light. Under this purple light, the human body and the machine unexpectedly merged. A purple and white cyborg, over 20 meters tall, appeared in front of everyone. It had two antennae on its head and a red crystal shell on its forehead. As soon as it appeared, it attracted everyone's attention. "Wow! It's huge! It looks so powerful! Amazing!" The two Zeniths exclaimed excitedly. On the spectator stand, Supreme Kai Air of Universe 3 pushed his glasses. "It's finally here. This is our Universe 3's ultimate warrior, Agnalasa." Just as Agnalasa's aura exploded in the arena, another aura burst out instantly, attracting everyone's attention. Looking up, it was a wild-looking girl with long black hair. "Ha ha ha, I'm Kefla, Uncle Lin Chen. Even though you're Lin Luo and Taro's father, I won't go easy on you." Feeling the surging power within her, Kefla roared excitedly. A surge of explosive energy suddenly erupted out, causing the entire arena to tremble. A bright green light mixed with lightning shot up into the sky as Kefla transformed into her legendary Super Saiyan 2 form. As the two geniuses of Universe 6 fused, Kefla's strength was almost equal to that of Lin Luo and Taro's fused warrior, Linro. Although she had not reached the Divine Realm yet, her power had completely reached the advanced first level of the Divine Realm, equivalent to the level of a god of destruction. After the fusion, Kefla inherited Caulifla's confidence. She didn't wait for anyone else and was the first one to directly charge towards Lin Chen. With Kefla leading the charge, the battle in the arena started again. However, at this moment, two people in the arena did not move. Khosrol, why are you holding me back? Tokpo and Jiren have already started fighting Lin Chen. I want to help too. Dispo looked puzzled at Khosrol beside him. Just now, he intended to step forward to fight, but he was held back by Khosrol. Without saying anything, Khosrol glanced around and noticed that everyone's attention was focused on the reignited battle. Stealthily, he whispered to Dispo. Dispo, your speed is the best in the universe, so there's something I need you to do. What is it? Conserve your strength. In the final battle, use your speed to eliminate people from other universes. Huh. Upon hearing Khosrol's instructions, Dispo's eyes widened. He looked around anxiously, seeing that everyone's attention was focused on the ongoing battle. He whispered, Khosrol, what's going on? Didn't you say we should cooperate? Yes, but don't forget. The ultimate goal of the Tournament of Power is for only one universe to win. And that universe must be our Universe 11. Khosrol spoke in a low voice, Dispo, I asked Margarita-sama earlier. Lin Chen has already used up most of his divine power. Now is the most crucial moment. No matter how strong Lin Chen is, he is still just one person. This Tournament of Power prohibits the use of recovery items, so his power will soon reach its limit. And that's when you strike. The others will surely be weakened from battling Lin Chen. If you can sneak attack when they are low on stamina, it will be easy to knock them out of the arena. But what about Lin Chen? Dispo asked. The final blow will be left to Jiren. Khosrol's gaze fell on Jiren in the distance. At this moment, Jiren had joined the battle against Lin Chen, his furious fists striking Lin Chen like a machine gun. You don't know, during this half-month, Jiren underwent secret training under Margarita-sama. His strength is said to have doubled from before. Doubled? Yes, so you can be rest assured and boldly act. In the end, Jiren will surely secure victory for us. Meanwhile, in another part of the arena, the battle was raging. Uncle Lin Chen, is that all you've got? Use your power of laws. Kefla yelled while launching a fierce attack on Lin Chen. Following her, warriors from other universes also joined forces to attack simultaneously. Faced with the combined assault of several opponents, Lin Chen had to continue using Super Kaioken to defend himself. But even so, he was somewhat overwhelmed. Because among his opponents this time were formidable fighters like Broly, Goku, Hit, and Jiren. And above them, there was the immensely huge fused warrior of Universe 3, Agnalasa. Despite Agnalasa's huge size and lack of coordination, he had mastered the power of space just like Lin Chen. Any punch he casually threw could traverse time and space and appear directly beside Lin Chen, making him almost impossible to defend against. Just when Lin Chen barely dodged Agnalasa's attack, he suddenly felt a tremendous aura attacking him from behind. Turning around, he saw it was an illusion created by Agni from Universe 10. Although among the current contestants, Universe 10's contestants were the weakest in terms of strength. But Agni had a special skill that could manipulate aura and create illusions, a technique even Lin Chen couldn't discern. In a one-on-one fight, this move would be useless against Lin Chen. But in the current siege, Agni's tactic was extremely annoying. Bang! A heavy blow suddenly struck Lin Chen's back, almost making him spit out blood. Lin Chen slowly turned around, only to see Jiren behind him. Jiren! Lin Chen, you escaped years ago, but this time I won't let you get away. That's what I should be saying. Jiren, I'm not the same person I was back then. The fiery aura blazed once again, and Lin Chen suddenly turned around. Bang! 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 In an instant, Lin Chen and Jiren exchanged blows hundreds of times. Indeed, the current Jiren was much stronger than the one Lin Chen had encountered before. But to what extent he had become stronger, Lin Chen couldn't find out for now because at this moment, Broly, Goku, and Tokpo were also charging towards him. It's said that 2 fists are no match for 4 hands, but now Lin Chen had to face more than just 4 hands. Boom! 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 Lin Chen's fists clashed rapidly with theirs. Each collision unleashed a terrifying shockwave. These shockwaves swept out in all directions like waves, turning rocks in the arena into powder wherever they went. And just when every punch was exceptionally deadly, requiring full concentration to deal with, Lin Chen's movement suddenly stalled, his body being enveloped in a purple light. Law of Time. Far away, Hit's hand was aimed at Lin Chen. Time Prison. Time Prison was a derivative technique of Hit's former move, Time Skip. By continuously attacking the opponent with Time Skip, Hit could launch the Time Prison to imprison the opponent, but he needed to exert continuous effort and his own movements were restricted. Although it wasn't very useful in one-on-one battles, it was a supportive divine technique in group battles like this. Under his control, Lin Chen's movements froze. Boom! 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 Others didn't miss the opportunity and immediately launched fierce attacks on him. Although it only lasted for a few seconds, and Lin Chen broke free from Hit's law of time, the attacks from others still caused him considerable injuries. Is this the end? Lin Chen. If your abilities are only this much, then I'm very disappointed. Jiren stood in front of Lin Chen, his tone icy. The footsteps of others sounded, and they once again surrounded Lin Chen. As expected of the first group, the top experts of each universe. Under their siege, Lin Chen was actually starting to struggle. Boom! The huge shadow of Agnalasa also loomed over. It seemed that Lin Chen's limit was finally approaching. All the God of Destruction stood up, ready to watch the long-awaited scene. Khosrol's face tensed, raising his hand slightly, signaling Dispo to prepare to act. And in the Universe 7 spectator stands, Lazuli clenched her fists nervously. Just when everyone thought so. Lin Chen, in dire straits, smirked, his eyes gleaming with a crazy desire for battle. The flames of excitement burned fiercely. Indeed, this was the battle he wanted. Choosing to fight alone was indeed correct, this kind of battle was truly thrilling. The Saiyan blood in Lin Chen's body began to boil with excitement. Then, in front of everyone, he unleashed for the first time the results of his training during these days. Ha! With a loud shout, Lin Chen's hair suddenly began to lengthen, and black lightning surrounded him. Ah! Several Saiyans in the audience were immediately shocked. They recognized that Lin Chen's current appearance somewhat resembled Super Saiyan 3. But was Lin Chen's current state Super Saiyan Silver Gray? There's nothing to be surprised about, Kakarot. Lin Chen said lightly, don't forget, the true name of our current form is called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Since it's a Super Saiyan, it naturally can continue to evolve. And next. Lin Chen clenched his fists, and his power surged again. A dazzling white light flashed, and Lin Chen's appearance changed once again. Is this Super Saiyan 4? Seeing the figure in front of Lin Chen, which was almost identical to Super Saiyan 4 but with silver-gray fur, Goku was shocked. No, this is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 4. Or you could say, Super Saiyan Silver-Gray 4. Super Saiyan Silver-Gray 4. Swoosh! In the spectator stands, all the God of Destruction stood up. Because at that moment, they all felt the terrifying power contained in Lin Chen's new form. How is this possible? A mere mortal could actually achieve this. It's over, we've lost. I never thought a mortal could possess such power. Belmod, the god of destruction of Universe 11, sat back in his seat with a dejected expression, holding his head in dismay. Belmod-sama, what happened? Asked the contestants from Universe 11 who had already been eliminated. Belmod didn't answer, but the Supreme Kai of Universe 11, Kai, said, "You don't understand. Lin Chen's power now has probably far surpassed that of a god of destruction. Not only that, even we angels might not be his match," added Angel Margarita of Universe 11. How could that be? The people of Universe 11 were shocked. Lin Chen being stronger than Belmod was one thing, as they had heard that Jiren also had strength surpassing Belmod's. But for even Margarita to say she's not a match for Lin Chen, it was almost unbelievable. After all, the angels of each universe were the mentors of the god of destruction, possessing unfathomable power. That Lin Chen was just a mere mortal, how could he be stronger than an angel? Is Universe 11 really doomed? No, we still have a chance. Margarita shook her head. His current form puts a heavy burden on his body and might not last long. As long as Jiren and the others can hold on until the end, there's a chance. If Lin Chen heard Margarita's words, he would surely applaud. Because what she said was completely correct. Super Saiyan God form, also known as Lin Chen's Black God form, is used as a base for a higher stage of Super Saiyan transformation, and was a new technique Lin Chen devised when attempting to achieve Super Saiyan 5. However, compared to the Golden Great Ape form that Lin Chen had already mastered, although Lin Chen had mastered the Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 form, there were still many unresolved issues. One was the enormous burden that Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 placed on the body, and the other was the depletion of divine power. The former Lin Chen was able to manage by relying on his legendary Super Saiyan bloodline. But the latter was a bigger problem. In the Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 form, Lin Chen's divine power would dissipate at a speed he couldn't ignore, much like when Goku and the others first mastered the Super Saiyan Blue form. And to compensate for this flaw, to contain the divine power within, Lin Chen couldn't do it yet. So if he hadn't been pushed to this extent today, Lin Chen really hadn't thought of using this. Let's not waste any time, you guys, come at me together. Lin Chen's eyes gleamed with a crazy desire for battle as he waved to Goku and the others. Boom! Kefla stomped her foot, rushing forward first. Boom! A dull sound, and a huge terrifying shockwave appeared. Kefla's face lit up because her punch landed solidly. But then, her smile froze. Kefla looked at Lin Chen, who was staring at her fist with a smile on his face. The next moment, her body was sent flying. Kefla. Kaba next to her promptly tried to reach out to catch her, but found himself unable to withstand the force, flying out alongside Kefla. Fortunately, at this moment, Hit rushed over and stopped them with a kick. Such incredible power. Although he was able to stop Kefla and the others, Hit's foot felt numb. The power from just now was terrifying beyond measure. Boom! At this moment, there was another loud explosion where Lin Chen was, and this time it was Goku and the others who were blasted away, even Jiren was sent flying. With a single move, Lin Chen sent everyone flying, then flashed towards Kefla and the others. Unfortunately, Universe 6 had already been marked by Lin Chen as his next target. The reason was simple, it was all because of Kampa. Kefla, Kaba. He's coming. Seeing Lin Chen flying over, Hit exclaimed in shock, sweat breaking out on his forehead. At this moment, seeing that Kefla and Kaba hadn't recovered yet, Hit could only steel himself and confront Lin Chen. Facing Lin Chen, Hit was actually at a disadvantage. His time skip technique was almost completely ineffective against Lin Chen, and the only move he could rely on was the time prison. Time prison. Instantly, a purple energy enveloped Lin Chen, causing his movements to momentarily freeze. But while Hit could restrain Lin Chen before, this time he couldn't even manage to delay him for a second before Lin Chen broke free. In the Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4, Chen's realm was already beyond what Hit can control with his power of time, which is still in its initial stage. The next moment, Lin Chen turned into a silver grey beam, shooting straight towards Hit. Boom! In almost an instant, their fists collided. But while Hit managed to block one punch from Lin Chen, he was completely unable to resist the next attacks. In just 3 seconds, Hit's defense completely collapsed, and Lin Chen's fists kept landing on him. Hit! Kefla finally regrouped at this moment and wanted to come forward to provide support. But her charge only bought Hit a second before she was once again punched away. At this moment, Lin Chen's body flashed, abandoning the already powerless Hit, and instantly appeared above Kefla's head. Without hesitation, he delivered a punch down at Kefla. Boom! Kefla was instantly smashed into the ground, creating an unfathomably deep hole in the arena. This hole almost pierced through the entire arena. Caulifla. Kale. Seeing Kefla getting ruthlessly injured by Lin Chen, Lin Luo and Taro couldn't help but stand up and exclaim. But fortunately, Grand Priest did not judge them as being eliminated. In other words, Kefla was still in that hole. While they breathed a sigh of relief, Kampa's face had turned ashen. He had already figured it out. Lin Chen was ignoring everyone else and specifically targeting Universe SXS people. This was his revenge. It's over, it's over. We're finished. Kampa held his head, a look of despair on his face. Lin Chen. Your opponent is me. Seeing that Kefla might not have been eliminated, Hit suppressed his injuries and rushed over, throwing a punch at Lin Chen's back, trying to get his attention. Lin Chen's body slightly swayed, but he completely ignored Hit's attack. This greatly surprised Hit because he had just violated the tournament's rules by using his vital point attack skill to enhance his attack, directly targeting the weak point on Lin Chen's back. But such an attack didn't even cause any injury to Lin Chen. Lin Chen, you. Hit, I'm not the same as before. Lin Chen clenched his right fist and struck Hit's chest with his elbow. Boom. With a dull sound, Hit was sent flying, falling to the ground and unable to stand up for a long time. Hit. What are you doing? Get up quickly. Seeing Hit fall to the ground, Kampa in the spectator seats was like a cat with its tail stepped on, and he immediately jumped up. However, it was no use, Hit seemed really on his last legs. Sorry, Hit, you should go down first. Lin Chen walked to Hit's side and kicked him out of the arena. But at that moment, a blue figure also jumped up. Kaba caught Hit in mid-air and then threw him back into the arena. Mr. Hit, I can't be of much help anymore. But you still can, you must hold on. As Kaba's words fell, he fell into the endless abyss and then appeared back in the spectator seats. Kaba, you. Kampa-sama, I'm too weak, so I can only do this. Kampa looked at Kaba beside him and swallowed back the curses on the tip of his tongue. Never mind, you've done well. Universe 6, Kaba has been eliminated. When Grand Priest's voice echoed onto the arena, suddenly, Lin Chen felt a tremor under his feet. Boom! Cracks spread out like spider webs in all directions. Then, there was an explosion at one corner of the arena, and a figure dashed out of the arena. It was Kefla, who had previously crashed into the arena, her situation unknown. Kaba. I will work even harder for your sake. With a thunderous roar, Kefla at this moment, roared with all her might, her eyes bloodshot. At the same time, a terrifying aura began to emanate from her body. Like a peerless sword out of its sheath, rising to the sky. Kefla's shimmering green hair began to lengthen, lightning crackling around her. At that moment, Kefla's strength unexpectedly increased again. So, powerful. Isn't that legendary Super Saiyan 3? Lin Luo and Taro's eyes widened. At this moment, Kefla was using a transformation that they had just barely mastered. It seems anger has once again unleashed her potential. Lin Chen looked calmly at Kefla, whose powers had once again erupted out, feeling proud of Saiyans' potential. At this moment, warriors from other universes also landed beside Kefla. Goku, leading them, said, "Kefla, let's go together." Kefla's transformation once again changed the situation slightly. Her soaring strength gave everyone a glimpse of hope of defeating Lin Chen. However, to Goku's proposal of joining hands, Kefla coldly snorted. "Humph. I don't need your help. I'll defeat him myself. I want Uncle Lin Chen to know that Universe SXS Saiyans will never lose to Universe 7 Saiyans." As soon as she finished speaking, Kefla flashed and swiftly rushed towards Lin Chen. Crackle. Her attacks fell on Lin Chen like a violent storm. After a few rounds, Goku and the others also arrived for support. Even though Kefla didn't need support, in order to defeat Lin Chen, others wouldn't just stand by and watch. However, the power of Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 far exceeded their imagination. It was the same lineup, just missing Hit's assistance but with Kefla's surge in power. But even with the combined attacks of everyone, they couldn't gain the upper hand. Instead, they were overwhelmed. Lin Chen, pushing beyond his limits, effortlessly evaded everyone's attacks, while launching counterattacks with ease. Seemingly light attacks often contain terrifying power. And the soaring strength rendered previously useful tactics useless. Wow! A shockwave erupted out, and although most people managed to dodge in time, someone still got caught. Universe 10's Napapa, who looked like a sumo wrestler, was blasted out of the arena. Universe 10, Napapa has been eliminated. Rumshi-sama. Lin Chen and others' old acquaintance, Supreme Kai Gawasu of Universe 10, exclaimed. Their Universe 10 was left with only one contestant. God of Destruction Rumshi of Universe 10's face turned pale, his hands trembling. And at that moment, taking advantage of the gap created by the shockwave, Lin Chen instantly teleported behind Kefla. Not good. Kefla exclaimed, turning around to retreat. But by then, a green light had burst out from Lin Chen's hand. Eraser cannon. Bang! Kefla's body flew out, crashing into several rocks before heavily landing on the edge of the arena. Although she didn't fall out, she has fallen unconscious. Ah! How could this happen? How could Kefla still lose? This is impossible. Kampa's face was full of disbelief, crazily pinching his own ears. Just now, Kefla had clearly made a breakthrough, her power was even stronger than before, yet she was easily dealt with by Lin Chen, with absolutely no room for resistance. Now that all the contestants left in Universe 6 had been incapacitated, it was no different from being eliminated, which filled Kampa with despair. Kefla's fate also shocked the others in the arena. Jiren, conserve your strength. That Lin Chen is too terrifying. Khosrol said. But to his surprise, Jiren actually said, take care of yourselves, I'll deal with Lin Chen. What? Jiren. Don't make me repeat myself. Jiren turned around, glaring at Khosrol. I participated in this competition just for Lin Chen. Whether you want to win the competition is your business, my goal is only him. As Jiren began to slowly approach Lin Chen, the killing intent emanating from him immediately caught Lin Chen's attention. Jiren? Are you planning to go all out? Lin Chen spoke calmly. Although he had just exchanged blows with Jiren a few times, Lin Chen was very clear that those exchanges were at most warm-ups. Jiren probably hadn't even revealed half of his strength. But now, it seemed like he couldn't hold back anymore. And someone else decided to go all out besides Jiren. As Jiren approached Lin Chen, in the arena, 3 powerful auras erupted like volcanic eruptions. One of them came from Goku. While the other 2 with the God of Destruction aura came from Toppo and Broly. Both of them had transformed into their destroyer form, advancing towards Lin Chen. Although there were only 4 of them, the pressure they brought to Lin Chen far exceeded the previous battles. Come on, this is the final showdown. Lin Chen took a deep breath, igniting his own aura. Like this, 5 auras collided with each other in the arena. Jiren, Goku, Broly, Toppo. When these 4 individuals unleashed their true power, the entire arena began to tremble. And as Lin Chen joined in with his aura, the Tournament of Powers arena seemed unable to withstand the intense clash of auras, crumbling from the edges. Rumble. Chunks of rocks continuously fell from the arena. Suddenly, 5 sonic booms echoed simultaneously. The battle of the strongest 5 had finally commenced. First, Jiren casually threw a ki blast. Then Broly and Toppo, 2 trainee god of destruction, unleashed their power of destruction without holding anything back. Their opponent was Lin Chen, and they didn't believe that mere power of destruction could harm him. As 3 attacks came one after another, a bright light suddenly appeared in Lin Chen's eyes. Vast divine power spread out, forming an energy shield of power of laws around his body. The power of laws comprising the energy shield was a fusion of power of time and power of space. As Jiren and the others' attacks drew near, the power of time slowed down their attacks first, then the power of space acted, which shifted their direction instead of eliminating the attacks. In this way, the probing attacks of the 3 were easily resolved. But at that moment, Lin Chen noticed Goku's disappearance. Instant transmission. It's useless before me. A light quickly lit up in Lin Chen's eyes. His gaze pierced through space, observing the changes in the nearby area. Soon, Goku's trajectory of instant transmission fell into Lin Chen's sight. Clang! A fierce collision erupted behind Lin Chen. Goku, who had appeared out of instant transmission, took a direct hit, flying backwards until he stopped tens of meters away. The first probe of the quartet ended with Lin Chen's overwhelming advantage. However, this was within the quartet's expectations. Soon, the second wave of attacks arrived. After briefly sizing each other up, the aura of 2 individuals among the quartet surged once again. First was Goku. Originally surrounded by a blue aura, his body suddenly emitted a fiery red glow. Kaioken, 10x. Following Goku's shout, a powerful shockwave emanated from him in all directions. 10x Kaioken. This was a technique Goku had learned on Kai's planet but later abandoned. Because the burden of Kaioken is too heavy on the body, using it recklessly in a form beyond Super Saiyan is without a doubt akin to suicide. Previously, Goku had only used 10x Kaioken when fused with Vegeta using Potara earrings into Vegito. This was the first time he had used it in his unfused form. All of this was to catch up to Lin Chen, prepared during the 15-day preparation period for the Tournament of Power. However, even though 10x Kaioken in Super Saiyan Blue form was surprising, compared to Jiren's subsequent show, Goku still fell short. Jiren clenched his fists and roared loudly. An illusory crimson flame began to emanate from his body, appearing almost tangible. At first glance, it seemed as though he was engulfed in a sea of flames. Lin Chen, this is my battle form. A powerful shockwave instantly swept across the entire arena. As the shockwave brushed against Lin Chen's face, a faint smile tugged at his lips. Finally, it has begun. Jiren's battle mode. A form that Jiren never used during the 72-hour battle with Lin Chen back then has now finally appeared before Lin Chen. What an immense energy! This power has surpassed even that of the God of Destruction. So, the person said to be even stronger than the God of Destruction in Universe 11 is Jiren? Outside the arena, the gods felt Jiren's power and couldn't help but exclaim. Impressive! Impressive! It's getting more and more exciting. Everyone's transforming. How cool! The 2 Zeniths, naturally enjoying the show, clapped excitedly. After Jiren completed his transformation, the air in the arena momentarily froze for a few seconds. Then, led by Jiren, the four began to launch a coordinated attack on Lin Chen. From the outset, the intensity of the battle almost surpassed all previous battles. In just an instant, Lin Chen exchanged a few blows with Jiren and the others. With the current strength of Jiren and his group, if they were to fight a god of destruction, they would probably be defeated in seconds. If it were an angel, they might be in serious trouble. However, relying on his formidable strength, Lin Chen managed to dodge the fatal blows from all four of them. Despite this, Lin Chen kept retreating. Jiren is indeed Jiren. Even in his Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 form, Lin Chen only had a slight advantage over him. If he didn't constantly switch battlefields during the fight, keeping himself always facing Jiren rather than being surrounded, Lin Chen would probably be in trouble. However, aside from the Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 form, Lin Chen had other tricks up his sleeve. Super Kaioken. In an instant, a red light flashed, and Lin Chen's aura surged once again as if he had activated a cheat code, doubling his strength once more. The sudden increase in power made even the calm-faced Jiren visibly taken aback. How is this possible? You have still been hiding your power? After transforming into his battle mode, Jiren's strength had somewhat caught up to Lin Chen's. But now, the situation changed drastically once again. In terms of speed, Lin Chen had the upper hand. In terms of strength, Lin Chen was far ahead. In terms of realm, Lin Chen surpassed Jiren by far. So, it was Jiren who began to retreat. As a result, Goku and the others also suffered, constantly being hit and sent flying during the battle. Eraser Cannon. Justice Flash. Kamehameha. While Lin Chen relentlessly pummeled Jiren, Goku and the others chased after him, trying to hinder Lin Chen. But their attacks only chased Lin Chen's shadow, unable to hit the target. Cornered, Jiren grunted and a terrifying aura erupted from his palm, forming into fists that charged straight at Lin Chen. However, his attack pierced through only a lingering afterimage of Lin Chen. The real Lin Chen had already closed in on Jiren again, spinning around and kicking him to the ground. As Jiren fell, his previous attack didn't stop. Instead, it unexpectedly hit Agnalasa, the fused warrior from Universe 3 who had given up attacking and was watching from the sidelines. Jiren's attack directly hit the red gem on Agnalasa's forehead. The power of Jiren's punch in battle mode was immense, and even Lin Chen didn't want to take it head-on. So, under this punch, Agnalasa's energy core was shattered. With no energy core, the massive monster disintegrated, reverting back to Pepperoni and the other three, unconscious on the arena floor. Although Pepperoni and others were caught in the crossfire, apart from those from Universe 3, nobody seemed to care about their fate. Because at this moment, everyone's attention was drawn to the battle between Lin Chen and Jiren. Although it was initially Jiren, Goku and others attacking Lin Chen, the situation seemed to have shifted into a one-on-one fight between Jiren and Lin Chen. Their battle had escalated to the point where no one else could intervene. If anyone attempted to join rashly, there would only be one outcome. One foolhardy individual attempted to intervene and the result was very bleak. When the battlefield between Jiren and Lin Chen gradually approached him, Obni from Universe 10 also panicked. Having witnessed Agnalasa's fate just now, he knew well that such a battle posed danger even to onlookers. With him being the sole survivor of Universe 10, he had to ensure his own safety, whether for oneself or for others. Therefore, Obni swiftly began to retreat, distancing himself from Lin Chen and the others. However, perhaps unwilling to leave without making any impact, Obni, while retreating, also unleashed his secret technique. Feints of Ki. Several clones created by Obni's ki remained in place, attacking Lin Chen. Obni aimed to divert Lin Chen's attention away from Jiren, unaware of the foolishness of his actions. In a clash between experts, how can anyone be allowed to cause disturbance? Sensing Obni's clones approach him, Lin Chen's gaze turned icy. He hadn't intended to be distracted by such weaklings, but seeing Obni attempting to disturb him ignited a murderous intent within him. Ha! A surge of overwhelming energy suddenly erupted from Lin Chen, forcing Jiren to halt his attacks and focus on defense. Taking advantage of Jiren's pause, Lin Chen instantly teleported next to Obni. Slap! With a single slap, Obni was sent flying out of the arena. Obni from Universe 10 has been eliminated. Everyone from Universe 10 has been eliminated, hence, erase. Grand Priest's cold voice echoed, leaving the members of Universe 10 frozen in place, as if immobilized by ice. It's finally here. The two Zeniths bounced up excitedly, extending their right hands and casually pinching. In the next moment, all the members of Universe 10 vanished before everyone's eyes, along with everything from Universe 10 itself. Every witness to this scene wore a grim expression. With Universe 10, 4 out of 8 universes had now been erased. No one wished for their universe to be next. Jiren, come on. If you don't defeat Lin Chen, we're all done for. Jiren, you must defeat that Lin Chen. Suddenly, several contestants from other universes stood up, cheering for Jiren, hoping he could defeat Lin Chen. It was clear that without defeating Lin Chen, none of the 8 universes present stood a chance of winning. Kakarot. Only the people from Universe 7 can defeat His Majesty Lynx. Don't lose to that Jiren. Vegeta suddenly shouted. Goku heard it but felt helpless. He also wanted to defeat Lin Chen. But before them, Lin Chen stood like an insurmountable mountain, seemingly unbeatable. Unless. In Goku's mind, Mr. Popo's figure suddenly appeared. In the arena, the battle resumed, still a fierce clash between Lin Chen and Jiren. And the intensity of the battle seemed even greater than before, to the extent that even Broly and Tokpo felt they couldn't interfere. After a dazzling barrage of attacks, Lin Chen's body suddenly appeared to the left of Jiren, his fist lightning fast, heading straight for Jiren's temple. Sensing the danger, Jiren hurriedly raised his hand to block. But there was a sound of cracking. Lin Chen's fist landed on Jiren's arm, producing a sound resembling bones breaking. In pain, Jiren's own arm, along with Lin Chen's fist, collided against him, and he was instantly sent flying by the terrifying force. Jiren! Tokpo shouted. Seeing Lin Chen about to pursue, he immediately flashed behind Lin Chen, reaching out to tightly embrace him. Justice rear naked choke. Tokpo tightly hugged Lin Chen, not letting go, while exerting all his strength, attempting to break Lin Chen's bones. On the other side, Broly seized the opportunity, appearing in front of Lin Chen, launching a barrage of energy blasts, attacking together with Tokpo. Amidst the flames, Tokpo laughed maniacally, "That's it. Broly. Keep it up. We must take down Lin Chen." Seeing that the energy blasts were ineffective, Broly switched to using his fists, smashing them on Lin Chen. In the heat of battle, Broly was starting to lose control of his emotions. Completely resembling a crazed wild beast, he charged at Lin Chen, seemingly tireless. Threads of hot steam even emanated from his fists. Watching the relentless attacks of the two in tandem, they seemed like an unstoppable storm. But at that moment, red light erupted from Lin Chen's body once again. Immediately after, Tokpo was astonished to find his own hands being lifted up, and he had no strength to resist at all. How is this possible? Just as Tokpo exclaimed in shock. There were two cracking sounds. Lin Chen directly snapped Tokpo's arms, then with a forceful kick, sent Tokpo flying over 100 meters away, until Dispo intervened to stop him. With Tokpo dealt with, Lin Chen turned to face Broly. He directly confronted Broly's attacks, engaging in a head-on battle with him. Their fists were like meteors, continuously pounding each other's bodies. At this moment, both Lin Chen and Broly were solely on the offensive, allowing each other's fists to land on their bodies before fiercely retaliating. This continued for over 10 seconds until a winner was finally determined. Bang! Ugh! Under Lin Chen's assault, even Broly, with his formidable physique, began to show signs of being overwhelmed. The body of the legendary Super Saiyan, which should have been impervious to pain, also began to show signs of damage. Finally, after several bouts of coughing up blood from Broly, Lin Chen punched him, sending him flying out. With this blow, Broly seemed to have lost the strength to stand up again, lying on the arena, his fate uncertain. The desperate attacks of two experts comparable to God of Destruction still couldn't defeat Lin Chen. But their delay allowed Jiren to regain his senses and crawl up from the ground. "Jiren," Tokpo's weak voice suddenly sounded. Jiren turned his head and saw Tokpo lying in Dispo's arms, shouting to him with all his might, "Jiren! Universe 11 is in your hands. You must defeat Lin Chen." Tokpo. Jiren glanced coldly at Tokpo before turning away. "Tokpo, I will defeat Lin Chen, but not for you people." With that, Jiren stomped on the ground with both feet, and like a crimson meteor, his body charged towards Lin Chen. Meanwhile, on the other side, there was a blue flash approaching Lin Chen as well. Bang! Bang! The sounds of two fists colliding almost simultaneously echoed, and Jiren shouted, "Goku, don't interfere. Jiren, you can't defeat brother Lin Chen by yourself. Shut up." As Jiren's strike missed, his body suddenly leaped into the air, palms pointing down. Ha! The moment the palm struck down, dozens of crimson energy beams rained down like raindrops, even attacking Goku. Goku frowned, dodging left and right to evade the fierce attack. Meanwhile, Lin Chen remained unfazed, directly facing Jiren's attack. He unleashed a palm strike that sent dozens of golden energy waves soaring into the sky. The collision of the two energies immediately caused a violent explosion in the arena like dazzling fireworks. And amidst the explosion, Jiren charged towards the ground. He quickly caught sight of Lin Chen's figure, but to his surprise, even in the midst of the explosion, Lin Chen still had spare energy as he seized the opportunity to launch a surprise attack on Goku. As Jiren approached, he saw that Goku had already been sent flying by Lin Chen, lying on the ground, his condition unknown. Then, Lin Chen's gaze turned towards Jiren. The contempt in his eyes caused the veins to stood out on Jiren's forehead. Ah! Bang! 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 The two immediately clashed, the dull sound of fists against flesh echoing around them. Explosions erupted around the two figures. And deep craters kept appearing on the arena. Boom! As their fists collided once again, a shockwave instantly dispersed all the smoke in the arena. Lin Chen and Jiren's bodies landed on two floating rocks in the arena. Beneath their feet lay a devastated and shattered arena. Ack! Lin Chen suddenly felt weak in the knees, his body slightly contorted. Several indentations appeared on his body, indicating serious injuries. He truly is a one-punch man. Lin Chen couldn't help but say sarcastically. In the original work, Jiren's strength was astonishing, and no matter the opponent, they could not withstand even a single punch of his. Now it seems that this is indeed the case. Even with Lin Chen's current strength, he still got injured by Jiren's fists. In comparison, Broly's previous attacks hadn't even scratched Lin Chen. The difference in strength was clear. However, hurting Lin Chen so severely wasn't easy for Jiren either. Ugh! Suddenly, Jiren spat out a mouthful of blood, the red flames burning around him disappeared as if doused with water. Jiren knelt on the floating rock, his face showing an incredulous expression. Impossible, that person from back then, could he really become this strong? How is it possible? Jiren suddenly lifted his head, his eyes glaring at Lin Chen, filled with unwillingness. Seeing his expression, the other gods from different universes began to feel a sense of despair. What to do? Even after all this, it seems like they still can't defeat Lin Chen. Could it be that this time everyone is truly doomed? However, they failed to notice that amidst their panic, the god of destruction of Universe 11, Belmod, still remained indifferent. Jiren, it's time to use that move. Without it, you cannot possibly defeat Lin Chen. Belmod whispered. As if hearing Belmod's words, Jiren gritted his teeth and stood up. At the same time, he even reverted from his battle form, and his aura suddenly calmed down. Lin Chen frowned. Was Jiren giving up? He actually cancelled his battle form. I have no intention of giving up. Jiren seemed to have heard Lin Chen's thoughts, raising his head. Lin Chen. You are indeed strong, but I will not lose. Because I am stronger than you. Strength is justice, and strength is absolute. For me, to lose means to have nothing, so. I will never lose. So, witness my justice. Jiren's body suddenly began to tremble, and then, his black pupils suddenly turned into silver gray. What's happening? This is. Swish. 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 In the spectator seats, except for the angel and god of destruction of Universe 11, they all stood up simultaneously. They looked at Jiren with an incredulous expression in their eyes. At the same time, a silver-white aura appeared around Jiren, silver lines rising along his body. His body began to emit a layer of silver halo. Boom! In the next instant, a scorching wave of energy spread out from under Jiren's feet. This is. Even Lin Chen was stunned by the scene before him. Because Jiren's strange appearance was precisely the strongest realm in the Dragon Ball world. Ultra Instinct. Belmod. Kampa suddenly shouted at the spectator seats, what's going on with Jiren? Belmod shrugged. As you can see, Jiren has mastered Ultra Instinct. So, this time, our Universe 11 is guaranteed to win. Not necessarily. Suddenly, on Universe 7 spectator seats, the Angel Whis smiled faintly. Ultra Instinct, we have it too. What? This time it was Belmod's turn to be surprised. Just as he wanted to clarify what Whis meant, Margarita, the Angel of Universe 11, exclaimed, Belmod-sama. Look over there. Belmod turned his gaze towards the arena and noticed that another silver-white pillar of light had appeared out of nowhere. That person is. Goku. Lin Chen looked in surprise at Goku, who was getting up from the ground. Under the sudden appearance of another silver-white pillar of light, Goku, covered in silver-white aura, turned his head. His hair had turned silver at this moment, and his pupils, like Jiren's, had turned silver-white. What's even more astonishing was that Goku's face showed no emotions, giving an incredibly calm feeling. Kakarot is once again one step ahead of me. Vegeta couldn't help but mutter. Meanwhile, Beerus's jaw almost dropped in shock. He looked incredulously at Goku and then asked, Whis, is that really? Whis nodded. Yes, Beerus-sama, Goku has learned Ultra Instinct. Although it's just Ultra Instinct sign, he has indeed learned it. But how could he? Beerus was somewhat puzzled. Jiren's strength has surpassed that of a god of destruction. It's not surprising that he can achieve Ultra Instinct, but how could Goku also? Yeah. After hearing Beerus's words, everyone present felt puzzled. Why does Goku have Ultra Instinct? Clearly, this is a realm that not even Lin Chen has been able to learn, so why does Goku, who isn't even in the top 2 of Universe 7, be able to learn it? What's the reasoning behind this? Could it be at that time? At this moment, Piccolo, who was sitting at the edge, suddenly muttered. In this tournament of power, Piccolo was the earliest to be eliminated from Universe 7, so he was not favored by Beerus at all and was pushed to the edge early on. But now, upon hearing his words, Beerus's eyes lit up. Piccolo, what did you say? When? With a swish, Beerus appeared next to Piccolo and sat down, asking. Piccolo immediately became nervous and awkwardly said, Beerus-sama, about half a month ago, Goku visited Lookout. I know, he said he went there to train, could it be at that time? But wait, isn't Ultra Instinct a realm only angels can achieve? How did Goku learn it on Earth by himself? Well, I suspect, perhaps Mr. Popo taught him. Popo? Who? Beerus looked puzzled. But little did he know, Piccolo's speculation was correct. Goku had indeed learned Ultra Instinct under Mr. Popo's guidance. Let's rewind time to half a month ago. Earth, look out. Mr. Goku, you are looking for Mr. Popo? Dend looked surprised as Goku suddenly appeared. Yes, Dend, I have something I want to discuss with Mr. Popo alone. Goku smiled. Alright then. Dend nodded and walked away, leaving Mr. Popo by himself. Once he was far enough, Goku turned to Mr. Popo and said, Mr. Popo, I want to ask you, did you teach me Ultra Instinct before? Facing Goku's question, Mr. Popo stood with his hands behind his back, his expression as blank as usual, saying nothing. Seeing this, Goku had to say, Mr. Popo, you don't have to hide it. To be honest with you, not long ago, I wanted to learn Ultra Instinct from someone else, but he told me to comprehend it on my own because he found that I already had the foundation of Ultra Instinct. That person's name is Angel Whis, do you know him, Mr. Popo? Goku was telling the truth. Knowing that the Tournament of Power, which would include the top fighters from 8 universes, was to be held in half a month, just like everyone else, he was eager to become stronger. With only half a month left, there weren't many ways to become stronger, and the first method Goku thought of was to learn Ultra Instinct, which Lin Chen and Beerus had demonstrated during their confrontation. For this reason, he specifically sought advice from Whis. But after Whis guided Goku a few times, he stopped and then revealed astonishing news to Goku. It seemed that Goku already had the foundation of Ultra Instinct within his body. Therefore, Whis suggested that Goku should go find the person who had already taught the basics of Ultra Instinct. At first, Goku was completely puzzled because he didn't know he had already learned the basics of Ultra Instinct, and he couldn't even think of who the person Whis was referring to. It wasn't until Whis explained the essence of Ultra Instinct to him that Goku suddenly realized that the person Whis was referring to was Mr. Popo. Back in the day, when Goku was still young, he once received guidance from Mr. Popo on Lookout. At that time, Mr. Popo created a replica of Goku, allowing Goku to practice the essence of instinctual counterattacks through sparring with this replica. And according to Whis, this essence is actually the basics of Ultra Instinct. Facing Goku's questioning, Mr. Popo finally spoke up, Goku, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. When you were young, your body couldn't bear the burden of Ultra Instinct, but perhaps now, with your current strength, it might be possible. Really? Seeing Mr. Popo admit it, Goku was overjoyed, Mr. Popo, I'm counting on you. I must master Ultra Instinct no matter what. Then you must be prepared, although you have the foundation, mastering Ultra Instinct is not something that even gods can guarantee. Yes. And so, Goku and Mr. Popo trained together for half a month, until now. As Goku slowly arrived by Jiren's side, the latter's eyes, shining with silver light, showed astonishment. Goku, you also know Ultra Instinct? Jiren, let's fight together. Even with Ultra Instinct, we might not be able to defeat brother Lin Chen. We must cooperate. Cooperate, a cold light flashed in Jiren's eyes. Jiren, don't need cooperation, I don't need companions, you just watch from the sidel. Saying that, Jiren turned around and charged towards Lin Chen. Lin Chen, your opponent is me. Ultra Instinct, bring it on. Lin Chen's eyes also flashed with raging fighting spirit as he raised his hands, shooting hundreds of energy bullets towards Jiren like a machine gun. But what was terrifying was that when the energy bullets approached, Jiren seemed to foresee the future, casually strolling through the barrage, effortlessly dodging all of them before arriving in front of Lin Chen. Lin Chen immediately threw a punch, but it was easily dodged by Jiren. At the same time, a silver-white fist slammed into Lin Chen's stomach, causing him to bend over like a cooked shrimp. But at that moment, Lin Chen suddenly smirked, whispering in Jiren's ear, it's still not enough. Huh? Jiren was stunned. Then, a red light burst out from Lin Chen's body. Super Kaioken. Boom. 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 The sound of explosions suddenly filled the air as Lin Chen's fists shot towards Jiren at unimaginable speeds. At first, Jiren, whose body was emitting a silver glow, could easily dodge, but under the effect of Kaioken, Lin Chen's speed kept increasing. Eventually, when the speed surpassed the limit, even Ultra Instinct couldn't evade. The two finally made contact. But at that moment, another pair of hands intervened between them. Goku? Jiren exclaimed in shock. Jiren, let's cooperate. With those words, Goku joined the battle without waiting for Jiren's consent. Two attacks fell on Lin Chen simultaneously, forcing him to temporarily halt his attack. After dodging, he gathered himself once again. Fighting against two opponents who had mastered Ultra Instinct was definitely a headache-inducing situation. In the past, Lin Chen had used Ultra Instinct to beat Beerus to a pulp, feeling immensely satisfied at the time, but now he finally understood Beerus' pain. No matter how he attacked, the two guys on the other side seemed to have activated a cheat code, effortlessly dodging everything. The most annoying part was their indifferent expressions, which, although Lin Chen knew was the effect of Ultra Instinct, still made him boil with anger. Wow! This guy is so powerful. I really like him. Goku is not bad either. I didn't expect them to be able to fight Lin Chen like this. It was really the right decision to hold this competition, wasn't it, Other Me? Yeah. Other Me. On the throne, the two Zeniths watched the thrilling battle between the three of them with excitement. It's really unexpected. Grand Priest also wore a look of interest. In the arena, Lin Chen was panting heavily. Having exerted himself in vain, he could already feel his stamina starting to wane. Although Super Kaioken had no side effects, it wasn't without its cost. Coupled with the consumption of the Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 form, Lin Chen felt that his strength wouldn't hold up for too long. I must defeat them before my strength runs out. Lin Chen gritted his teeth, his figure instantly turning into a red streak, flashing towards Goku. He had also learned the Ultra Instinct, but Goku's strength was ultimately slightly weaker. So, Lin Chen could only start from him, attempting to gradually deal with both of them. In an instant, Lin Chen appeared in front of Goku at a speed akin to light and attacked him. Bang! The fists of the two collided again, and instantly, the ground around their bodies cracked and collapsed. Goku's legs were directly embedded in the ground, the veins on his arms trembling, clearly enduring unbelievable strength. Jiren! Come help me quickly. Knowing that he couldn't possibly defeat Lin Chen alone, Goku immediately shouted. But what he found hard to believe was that Jiren, at this moment, was standing with his arms crossed across his chest, looking as if he wouldn't interfere. Goku, I told you, I won't cooperate with anyone. You idiot. In that case, brother Lin Chen. Please have a taste of my Ultra Instinct. Gritting his teeth, Goku immediately chose to fight Lin Chen alone. Speaking of which, Ultra Instinct truly deserved to be the #1 realm of the multiverse. Although Lin Chen's speed and strength had completely overwhelmed Goku, after using Ultra Instinct, Goku's body seemed to be able to anticipate danger, always evading Lin Chen's attacks in advance, making it impossible for Lin Chen to gain the upper hand even with superior speed. Time skip. Time prison. Not only evading attacks, after continuously unleashing the power of law, Lin Chen was surprised to find that Ultra Instinct could even dodge the power of laws. Techniques like time skip and time prison were already ineffective against Goku. This made Lin Chen extremely frustrated because each attack seemed to be futile. But to onlookers, the fight between the two looked smooth and seamless, without any hesitancy, appearing very exciting. The two Zeniths continued to applaud and cheer. Beerus-sama, it looks like Lin Chen is going to lose. On Universe 7 spectator stand, Whis suddenly remarked. His words immediately shocked the others. Lin Luo and Taro couldn't help but ask, Mr. Whis, how can you say that? Isn't Dad still having the upper hand? And with Jiren not intervening, Uncle Goku should not be able to win, right? Although others didn't speak, their faces showed the same confusion. On the other hand, Beerus did have one possible guess. Whis, is Lin Chen nearing his limit? Even Mr. Lin Chen is finding this battle quite taxing. With formidable opponents from various universes and the participants from our Universe 7, it is really impressive that Mr. Lin Chen has been able to hold out until now. With his strength, he could even be a match against angels. Then why did you say that just now? Lazuli asked. Whis shook his head. Mr. Lin Chen is still ultimately immortal. Although his realm is comparable to that of gods, he is still not a god, which is his biggest weakness. Gods like Beerus-sama can draw divine power from the universe for their own use, while all of you are mere mortals and require time to accumulate divine power, so once too much is expended, it takes a long time to recover, and even senzu beans are of no use. So you mean, Vegeta seemed to have guessed the answer. Mr. Lin Chen doesn't have much divine power left, or rather, his divine power could run out at any moment. Whis's words were decisive. Bang! In the arena, the battle continued. Goku's movements were like willow catkins, while Lin Chen's movements were like a gust of wind. The wind blows and the willow catkins fly. The attacks between the two were intense yet absolutely silent, with only occasional clashes of fists and feet. Such a battle was simply unheard of. Kakarot, you are becoming more and more skilled in Ultra Instinct. Brother Lin Chen, you haven't seen anything yet. At this moment, Lin Chen and Goku were completely immersed in their battle. After dodging one of Lin Chen's attacks, Goku swiftly swept his leg towards Lin Chen. In theory, this attack wasn't particularly special, and Lin Chen could likely dodge it easily. However, this time, Lin Chen didn't retreat. Instead, he braced himself to endure this attack. At this moment, Goku found that Lin Chen had grabbed his leg. Kakarot, don't forget, I've experienced Ultra Instinct before. What? Goku was shocked. But before he could make the next move, Lin Chen pulled him over and punched Goku. This time, with his movements restrained, Goku could only defend himself using both of his hands. While Ultra Instinct was indeed powerful, Goku's Ultra Instinct was not perfect. Therefore, his attacks were still far from perfect. Being injured once or twice was completely inconsequential to Lin Chen in his Super Saiyan Silver Grey 4 form, but for Goku, it was a fatal blow. After suffering consecutive serious blows, Goku finally broke free and dashed behind Lin Chen, throwing a punch. Lin Chen stumbled but then countered with the power of space. His fists traversed through space and continuously attacked Goku from all directions, forcing him to keep dodging. However, Goku's Ultra Instinct was still not perfect and soon he was hit again. Under the impact of the immense power, Goku's body quickly retreated backward. Finally, Goku stomped his foot on the ground, creating a deep hole in the arena, stabilizing his body. You are really good, brother Lin Chen, even Ultra Instinct can barely keep up with you. How have you trained? Goku stared at Lin Chen, deeply shocked. But soon, the shocked expression on his face turned into determination once again. Lin Chen also took a stance. It seems that another intense battle was about to begin. Null Realm. Tournament of Powers Arena. Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Lin Chen and Goku's bodies were constantly releasing different colored lights, blending red and white lights together, their energies surging fiercely. One devastating technique after another was unleashed in the arena. With a crackling sound, energy beams shot out like arrows, instantly exploding into star-like radiance in the arena. Does this guy have unlimited energy? Khosrow's face turned pale as he watched Lin Chen. According to Margarita, Lin Chen's divine power should have been almost depleted by now. But how could Lin Chen still last until now? Is his power endless? If so, why hasn't Jiren intervened yet? After Goku's defeat, would they have any chance of winning? As fear crept into Khosrol's heart, the battle between Lin Chen and Goku had already reached its climax. At this point, Lin Chen was on the offensive while Goku was on the defensive. Sensing that his stamina was about to run out, Lin Chen disregarded everything and just wanted to quickly end the fight. But Goku, who possesses Ultra Instinct, is at his best on the defensive. Facing Lin Chen's fierce attacks, Goku, knowing he had no chance of winning, began actively dodging Lin Chen's attacks, no longer attacking as he had been before. This technique was indeed troublesome. With Ultra Instinct's evasion ability, as long as Goku didn't actively attack, it was really difficult for Lin Chen to harm him. With the disadvantage becoming more apparent in the prolonged battle, Lin Chen couldn't help but feel a sense of urgency. He employed all sorts of methods. Instant transmission. Swish. 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 Instant kill teleportation was a new move Lin Chen came up with on the spot, combining the power of space and instant transmission to deal with Goku. With this move, Lin Chen's figure began to shuttle through space using instant transmission, making it impossible to pinpoint his location. At the same time, each time he appeared from instant transmission, Lin Chen's attacks were not directly aimed at Goku, instead he used the power of space to attack Goku from different directions. In this way, each of Lin Chen's attacks underwent 2 teleportations. Such attacks appeared completely dazzling and disorienting to onlookers, leaving them dizzy and confused. Yet Goku still managed to evade most of the attacks. Occasionally, when he couldn't evade, he would actively block them. Dad is so powerful. Gohan couldn't help but exclaim as he saw Goku withstand Lin Chen's relentless onslaught for so long. But Whis poured cold water on his excitement. Don't get too happy. Mr. Lin Chen's strength is unfathomable, and Mr. Goku's Ultra Instinct is not yet perfect. It puts too much strain on his body. To master it proficiently is still a long way off. Continuing like this, his body won't hold up. Huh. Just as Whis was halfway through his words, Goku was suddenly sent flying by a punch from Lin Chen. Watching his trajectory, it seemed like he was going to fly out of the arena. Kakarot. Vegeta couldn't help but shout, adjust your posture quickly. However, Goku seemed to be unconscious, maintaining his original posture as he continued flying. As he neared the edge of the arena, a figure suddenly darted in, grabbing him from mid-air and stopping just less than a meter from the edge of the arena. Kakarot, are you okay? Goku opened his eyes to see Broly behind him. So sorry, Goku said in exhaustion. Seeing Goku's condition, Broly exclaimed, You're not in Ultra Instinct anymore. Sorry, looks like my training wasn't enough, Goku said with a bitter smile. But at that moment, cries of surprise erupted from the spectator stands. Hey, look at Lin Chen. Goku looked up and immediately noticed that Lin Chen's situation wasn't much different from his own. Lin Chen raised his hands, looking at himself return to normal state, and couldn't help but chuckle bitterly. He hadn't expected that even after using Super Saiyan 4 Silver and Super Kaioken, he still couldn't eliminate Goku. Ultra Instinct was truly a difficult technique to deal with. Seeing Lin Chen return to normal state, the audience erupted in excitement. Contestants from the several universes were overjoyed. After investing so much, they finally achieved their goal. With Lin Chen exhausted, he was like a tiger without claws, and they finally had a chance to eliminate him. Come on, everyone. Lin Chen is out of stamina. Let's eliminate him quickly. Hurry up. Get rid of Lin Chen. As they shouted, an unexpected voice suddenly rang out in the arena. Dispo. Now's the time. Eliminate the people from the other universes. Khosrol shouted. His voice stunned everyone in the arena and in the spectator stands. Eliminate. The other universes. Before they could react, a purple lightning bolt appeared in the arena. The source of the lightning bolt was Dispo, the fastest warrior of Universe 11. He first rushed to the side of the 4 warriors from Universe 3. The members of Universe 3, including Pepperoni, were still unconscious, lying in the arena. Dispo didn't exert much effort, with a kick from him, they were all eliminated. Universe 3, Pepperoni, Koitsukai, Bororita, Pansia has been eliminated. All members of Universe 3 are eliminated, so erase. We've been waiting for it. Amidst the excited voices of the 2 Zeniths, Universe 3 was completely erased. And even as they disappeared, the people from Universe 3, including their god of destruction, hadn't reacted yet. They were eliminated just like this. Finally, when the people from Universe 3 disappeared, others reacted. Belmod. What's going on? Aren't we supposed to be allies? Belmod. Stop that guy right away. Kampa and Beerus, the brothers, cursed Belmod in unison. Who would have thought that at this stage of the battle, Universe 11, which originally called for unity, would be the first to turn against its allies? What the hell was going on? Moreover, it wasn't until this moment that Kampa and Beerus realized to their horror that, unknowingly, among the 8 universes participating in the Tournament of Power, besides Universe 11, only Universe 6 and 7 were still standing. Hee hee. Kampa, Beerus, why are you so naive? Don't forget, the ultimate goal of this Tournament of Power is to leave only one universe. To me, whether it's Lin Chen or Universes 6 and 7, they're all enemies. Since they're enemies, if you don't watch out, it's your own fault. Saying that, Belmod waved his hand towards the arena, Dispo. Get rid of the others.